I'm turning the microphone on, which is fine. I don't care. You're all good. Carry on. I just thought everybody should know I am turning it on.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Yes, definitely. Merry Christmas. We're back in our wonderful abode, broadcasting again. Jarrett is his typical late self if he's even coming. Yeah, it is what it is. He voted yes, so I suppose he'll be here, but, you know, traffic.
Maybe he didn't say that, like, maybe he didn't see, like, we went, oh, based on that, okay, we're coming, as opposed to, like, saying, oh, everybody voted yes, but he didn't actually say we were doing it, so...
I hope not. I'm sure he's just late. That's fine. It's whatever.
Or he may have gone to the store.
I'm not too worried about it. One of the cool things about this is that I get to hang out with my friends and play Dungeons and Dragons, and it's been a while since we've just done it like at our house where it's just us being our goofball selves. So that's what today's about. Question.
Unleash the swearing.
There's no small children around that aren't related to you.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
You can't get kicked out of the store.
So.
It's
You
funny.
can get kicked out of the house.
We were watching that Harrison Ford David Blaine video. I love that one. But I was showing it to my parents, and he goes, "Get the fuck out of my house."
Yeah.
My dad, he's like, because Phoenix was sitting there watching it. He's like, "Should she be listening to that?" I'm like, "It's fine." That is the least of what she hears.
Heard it before.
I'm pretty sure she's
terrifying.
I was just having it away.
No.
Hey, look, I have real stat blocks for some of the stuff because I already had them printed.
You don't need those.
You know not. So it's Sam that likes the football, apparently. Football.
That's what I have as a Seahawks one.
Foosball is the devil.
Better not be playing that
I
football.
said that to someone the other day. They didn't get it.
It's
It
unfortunate.
was sad. I
Very
know.
sad. So where we left off over 2 weeks ago was Baracus and the crew and everybody was traveling on the south side of Vallaki towards Castle Ravenloft. They had been kept out of Vallaki by
Plague.
Plague.
Plague!
There's sort of a plague. The town's guard wouldn't let you guys in, so therefore they, you guys wanted to start traveling towards the castle, and were told by Erwin that traveling south seemed to be faster and also safer. As you guys are heading towards the south side of the town and trying to make your way kind of along the edge of the woods, along the edge of the town, towards Castle Ravenloft, Baracus kind of stops mid-stride and is staring at a black bird on top of the palisade to the town of Vallaki. He stands there for like 5 minutes just staring at the bird, and then he turns to you all and he says, "I have to talk to my queen." And he turns and he walks off.
He is so weird sometimes.
He hasn't gotten better.
Isn't that normal?
Should we wait?
No, go ahead. I'll catch up.
Like caught up last
I want
time.
to believe you.
Have
Yeah.
fun storming the castle.
And last time we thought
Take
somebody
a miracle.
decapitated him, so
And he came back from that.
don't know what a bird's gonna do to him.
I don't know either. But making your
I'm gonna make sure that
way,
Keela does not walk off after him.
Keela does not. She's looking just about as confused as the rest of you guys.
He's creepy. What's wrong with him?
A lot of things.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Have you ever seen him sleep?
No.
He's got these little
doesn't.
squirmy things that come out of his face.
It's gross.
She's never sleeping again.
Infested with worms, I think. Should keep your distance.
You've got a pill for that.
Pulling on you. Doing her best to send you a mental, make him stop, make him stop.
Of course, he's just his normal, quiet self today, as he's not with us right this moment in time. Somebody want to message him and see if he's actually coming today, because I can real quick, decide that Corsic is going to go follow Baracus and keep him safe.
there he is.
Nope, there he is.
Timing!
We're
We were
Were you-
just messaging you.
Were your ears burning?
Yeah, we're
Not
just
quite.
about to message you.
Not quite.
You guys are on the south side of the village of Valaki. Baracus just said he's got to talk to his queen and walk off.
After having a very important and impactful moment with a bird.
Yeah,
With a bird?
with
A raven.
A raven.
Stood staring at a bird for 5 minutes,
Oh.
and then he
okay.
left.
Okay.
Not sure why we let him stand there for
I-
5 minutes, but he did.
Well, I was going to. I was thinking that maybe that was one of the birds he tried to stuff back in the amulet, and it was just kind of having a heart to heart, being like, "Yo, that's not cool, man."
Could be.
Something along those lines, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you tried to stuff us back in the amulet, now you're in trouble. We need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
It
So,
doesn't work that way,
It
buddy.
doesn't work that way. But yeah, traveling along the south side of Valaki, you guys can get past the town. On the east side of town, there are several old shells of either houses or things that were built that did not get included in the palisade for one reason or another. There's several dilapidated buildings on the east side of town. If you guys wanted to stop to check them out or anything like that.
We are headed towards the castle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I
yes,
thought we had made
yeah.
it a ways
Today's
past town
episode
because we got
happens in
attacked.
Castle.
No.
Oh.
Did you guys get that? Did we attack them?
We got attacked by something that dropped my permanent hit points down.
Vampire.
That was on the
I think
way
that was
to.
before you got there.
Yeah.
Oh, was it on the way too?
Something outside of the other side of town.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
remember
like we
you guys
had
got
walked away from town afterwards because we said, "Hey, go." You said go around the back end, or maybe there was a miscommunication, and we were on our way around the backside of the town when there was the turned over caravan
And the things came out of the
with the
woods and
splatters
attacked
on the
us.
floor.
No, that was at the bridge.
It was on a bend in a road, I remember.
Yeah, that's
in the road.
That's
Okay.
by the bridge itself, which is before the town of
Okay.
Valaki. It's where you
I couldn't
guys
recall.
encountered the charred remains of the caravan
Yeah.
that had been blown
The
up.
bridge is where that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. But further down, there was the two people that were splattered on the road.
yeah, there was a second
And there was
caravan issue.
3 dudes that popped out of the woods and
I have 4 spell slots marked off, so something happened.
They've got lots of damage.
We dealt with
Yeah,
vampire
about
spawn
coming to the
things.
end of the day, so we kind of cut them off without resolving whether they were getting arrested or anything. I think they're right. I think it did happen after they got around the
Did
end
they?
of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The more details they
Alright.
remember.
It is what it is. I'm possibly remembering the end of last episode wrong, but
We did have to kind of rush it a little.
yeah, we did have to speed that up a little bit. But
it was just more murder. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good at that.
I picked on them a little. It was no big deal.
Those are odd looking dice.
I know.
well, why don't
Natural 20.
Nice.
so why don't you guys go ahead and assume that you are still near the town of Valaki,
All right.
having encountered everything before you got to the town of Valaki,
Okay.
so that where I have ready today and where you're going to go for the rest of the day is more in line with each other.
Okay.
Sure.
So that we're
Let's do the time warp again.
Don't mess up our plans with correcting where we remember.
Exactly. Yeah, we correct where you are, darn it. We're the dungeon.
So do you want us at full health so you can throw things at us?
Absolutely not. No. You got the crap beat out of you, and you're near the town, which is more of a safe place to
won't let
rest.
us
And the
get
fact that
in.
I'm pointing out these dilapidated buildings is kind of an indication of potential
Maybe we can
places.
take a break here.
Potential places. The whole reason why I had that story is because I knew you guys would beat the heck up, and I was trying to present options for places you could rest.
I
can't get into
I didn't
town.
get hit.
I did.
I didn't get hit, but I used spells.
So I mean, the question is, do you want to try to find one of these old shells of houses to
Well, I thought
rest
it
in?
was getting late anyway,
It is.
so it's worth checking to see if we can board up a door or something.
I think I might have got hit, but I also got healed. So
All right, they'll do a perception then.
Walk that back.
Ooh, yeah, I'm betting 24.
24.
I got that for the thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, sure.
Oh, God.
I'll roll his hit points so he's not so
I
strong.
don't like that.
Who cares? The
We're gonna die, guys. Did you hear that?
so
No, I got rope trick. I'm fine. Sucks to suck.
going to 24. There is a house closest to the gate that seems to be the most intact. It does have at least 3/4 of the roof. It is all boarded up. There is a doorway, but no door on the actual doorway itself. But most of the windows are boarded up, so it looks to be the most secure.
Go to the house next door and take the door and use that
Pull the door off
This
the
door.
hinges.
This door.
yeah.
Pull the door off the hinges, and you guys
think
make
I
your
can
way
manage
over
that.
to the small hut, and you guys are going to try to attempt a long rest. So
Yes.
we need to not necessarily go off of travel rest because you guys are right next to town. Let's see. Okay. And okay. Yeah, with that well enough, you guys can get the benefits of a long rest inside this little hut.
Nice.
There are some noises throughout the night, but none of them that are extremely concerning. A lot of it having to do with the guards talking on the palisade as they pass by or whatever.
And you guys had said whatever it was that had attacked us, that drop in
It's got a shit
maximum hit points was until a long rest.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
His teeth are about.
Great attack.
For you.
It's
Not
close,
for him.
like.
He's still.
Yeah, I know his isn't. Yeah.
But he's not down as much because he's snuggled with people.
Huh?
Hey.
We're talking about you.
Ah!
It
happens.
To that.
Yeah, you guys can heal up and regain your full hit points. And hit
I go to level
dice
7.
and spells.
Oh yeah.
That's something.
And you were worried.
I'm not worried. No, I wasn't worried. I just wasn't expecting that particular thing.
I
So
already had it.
okay, yeah, it's cool.
It's exotic.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Give you exotic.
That's what your mom said last night.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Oh.
nudge.
That's what she does.
And never mind. I am not making a comment after that.
Well, the best part is she's dead, so have fun with that.
That becomes
That's
necrophilia.
what makes it exotic for me.
No.
Well,
Alright,
what
what spells do I want to change to mess with the
Alright.
fight DM?
right. Yeah, let's figure that out real quick. Bill wants to adjust his prepared list of spells before we carry on.
What was it you were thinking about sending after us? Oh, cool. All right.
Banishment.
This. Oh, yes, I have that.
It's from this plane.
Huh?
It's from this plane.
So it'll send him away for a minute.
It's a
We
dark-
run.
It's a dark.
Touch!
The funny thing is, as soon as you contact him, he knows where you are at all times, as long as you are in the same plane of existence as him. So as soon as he comes back, he's just going to chase you down.
That's what Ash does.
Does it care that much?
Banishment
My
isn't a
monster,
touch
I can have it do
spell.
whatever I
I was
want.
gonna say that's
Touch.
cool. But
true.
Scary as
You don't
hell.
have to touch him.
Maybe Arug is the whole reason that Trask decided to wake up this time.
True. I could see that happening.
Killed that
That's
one
something I would
specific
do.
dark dwarf.
Well, I'd lead them all over civilization.
All right, Bill, do you have your list ready?
Yeah, you
I'm
would.
looking.
All right.
Then you'd go back to the Underdark.
I wonder how well it can dig.
Do you want to do anything with this?
You find a nice cushy spot in Enzo Brands
It'll
or
be up to
something.
them to know that.
No.
They go that way.
Okay.
Let it terrorize that town.
I mean,
No, I guess I'll
magical
leave it
detection
out.
as opposed to physical detection there.
I
It'd be
really
much
need
easier
more
to find
fourth level
him.
spells.
They're like right there, and they gotta go all.
That-
You're talking about smushing things.
Smush the damn dirty ground.
Smush the damn dirty ground.
Just
So what I
just
do is I
oh,
go on
yeah,
the
hold
wall
your
above
hand
it,
real
so
quick,
when
just
it
in
starts
case.
digging
Yeah.
down,
Yeah. I'm gonna get all the socializing burn out real quick
not
before
hiding
I
against
actually
brands.
decide to.
Because that's a terrible idea.
Is all the socializing done yet?
We're waiting on Bill to finish
I'm
his
done.
spells.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. And we're still waiting on Corsi. Yet again. That's it. That's okay.
Cookie.
Yay, Jared. Can I have one?
Mm-hmm.
There's also mixed
Yes,
nuts.
I see. Amazing.
Just say that in a certain way.
Yes, I had to.
And there's a can of them.
All right. So, you guys should receive the
back to the land
benefits
of
of
the
a long rest, resting
Oh,
on the
nice.
outside of the village of Galaki.
Long rest.
Early morning dawn comes, and it brings a light misty rain,
He's gonna need
as well as a pleasantly overcast sky, churning grays and dark grays and whites.
Fantastic.
Holy mother candy.
I think we might be
Yes.
getting used to it.
And they're all pink and red. Fantastic.
I know.
So,
It's the best bag ever.
It's those, right?
si, senor.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Continue towards Castle Ravenloft.
Alright.
We didn't
Yeah.
stop.
Do we want to, or is it more of an obligation?
It's that we want to
At
get
this point,
over
it's an
with.
obligation. I want to go somewhere else, but we already made plans to go somewhere else.
Did we?
So.
We
I'm
want to
sorry.
get this over
Obviously, I
with.
wasn't around. Did we check those houses that we passed by, or did we just skip
That's
that?
where we stayed.
Yeah, that's where we stayed for the night.
Okay.
I
Short
found
term-
one that
Yeah.
looked-
Short-term memory loss. He hit his head on the banister on the way out.
Cool. I thought so.
Alright.
Would be the
That's where
first
we
time.
got a long
Let me
rest.
save that.
Yep.
Spell list there.
So the hit point reduction that I had,
Should be over.
that goes away when I get a long rest.
Yes.
Yours does.
Yeah, his from the mud golem still doesn't.
Yep.
but
I occasionally just hawk up a loogie of mud.
it's good, clean fun.
So if he does something awesome in the future, can we just like give that to him, like where he just
I
gets
gave
rid
him
of?
half of it back by letting him snuggle.
Anyone
with
have
you.
any inspiration?
Oh, did you? Oh,
Will
that's
that
true.
work?
Yeah, I'd be a lot worse off without that.
That's true. All right. Well, I can't say anything now. You're on your own. I tried.
Try as you might.
Yeah, I'd be at like 43 out of possible
Just
64.
That's the
So
I am
Through
barely
the
not
mist.
squishy.
As you guys have made it about 3 miles outside of the town of Valaki, traveling through the Baltic woods on the old Slavic road. Who's leading the group?
Sure.
All right, do a perception check.
Neat.
Actually, never mind. Your passive perception is high enough.
Yay!
Clearly, you can hear the sounds of a horse galloping towards you. It's a ways off. You cannot see anything due to the light mist and the fog that is currently along the road. Sounds probably like it's about a half mile or so ahead of you.
There's a horse coming. Do we want to get in the woods and possibly ambush it, or do we want to? Yes, I want to kill the horse. Or do you want me to like stand in the middle of the road, and if things go sour, you can murder them? You know.
I'm fine with just waiting to see who comes along.
So you stand in the middle of the road, and I walk into the woods.
Okay.
Keela and I are going to walk into the opposite side of the woods.
All right.
I'm going with them.
All right. Do stealth then.
I'll stand right next to him with my sword kind of.
Mr.
No.
Well, my sword won't be
7 foot
like.
and 7 foot plus standing in the road.
It's a 28 for me,
That's what.
a 24 for Keela.
25.
So it's just a.
Have a
It's
kid
just
stop
this
walk.
thing with
So
that
wait,
property.
I don't understand. You have a really high
That's not an actual one.
perception?
I have a passive perception of 23.
Is it? Yeah. Oh.
You finally got to use it.
All right. Bill, you can clearly hear the sound of a galloping horse coming closer and closer to you. Through the mist comes a skeletal war horse and a rider, both clad in ruined chainmail. The skeletal rider holds up a rusted lantern that sheds no light. They see you see them in the middle of the road. The horse stops and it slams down on the ground. And the skeletal rider is just sitting there holding the lantern out.
Hail.
The lantern arm goes up and down.
What do you think?
So, is it obvious that this is the path to Ravenloft? Because
Yeah, we're on
It is?
the road, yeah.
okay, I was gonna say like, that's kind of what This be the path to Ravenloft?
The horse stomps its foot into the ground, shifts a little bit, and the rider pulls back on some what look like invisible reins. The horse rears up and it starts to charge at you. Roll initiative.
I love it when
Well, we had to get into it sour.
Of course you did.
Oh. Craptacular.
Oh wow, this is like right next to the mic, so it's gonna pick up all of that lovely dice noise.
I mean, we should just get more towers. Like we could share one if you want. It's the Doctor Who.
All right. Did anybody get above a 20?
I'm still rolling mine. I'm sorry.
Funny.
So which one are you using? This one or?
Nice. Wow.
So yes.
Yes, I got a
2.
All right. Anybody get above 20?
22.
22.
Highs or lows?
Let's go with lows.
Nope.
Okay.
You go next.
All right. 20, 19,
Did I get the same
18,
initiative as him?
17.
Awesome.
17 for Destiny. 16.
Am I rolling separately for Keela or same initiative?
So if you are going to use Keela in battle, then you will roll her initiative separately. Okay? But keep in mind that as soon as you roll her initiative, she is a valid target for anything to attack.
Okay. I'm just wanting to clear that up
Consequences to
beforehand.
the actions is if she
Starts
rolls
getting
initiative to try
stabby.
to run into something, then she's gonna potentially be hit by something. So typically you keep her behind you.
I'm still keeping her behind me for
Okay.
future reference until otherwise stated.
All right, I just wanted to make that a clear communication on that part. All right, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. 12 for both Florin and Hera.
I rolled a 1 on my stealth check, so that's a 5 also, by the way.
11,
So I am not hiding.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I got a 22.
Oh.
That was the first.
Alright. Alright. So the
Yeah, doing it, cleric.
So the skeleton warhorse and rider closes the distance up to both Corsic and to Malorn. I want you guys to both make a dexterity saving throw. It does not look like it's stopping. It looks like it's literally going to pull right through you.
Well, that was almost a 1, but I'm glad.
I mean, you do have advantage being a barbarian because you can see it coming.
All right,
So
I do.
it's like charging through me.
Yeah.
Can I use my shield
Okay.
master for this?
It's a dexterity check.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Where am I at? 10.
10. Yeah, alright.
I got a
With
17.
the 10, you don't get knocked prone, but you're going to take a little bit of bludgeoning damage as it. Yeah. Well, no, it should. I'm thinking of passing through.
This must be the exotic.
So I don't want
It might be
Okay,
over
yeah,
there.
do
I
it.
can't
Yeah,
tell.
do it. Absolutely, I'm fine with that.
Xanathars?
10.
Xanathar's guy is on my table right
Backwards one.
here. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Lauren.
Oof.
So
I got
the 10 does keep you on your feet,
Alright.
prevent you from getting knocked prone, but the way the horse hits you, you tried to throw your shield up, but at the last second it still got you in the shoulder.
Degrees
it's
of
going
success.
to
Yeah.
push through you guys. You're both right there, and it's not going to stop. So one horse or rider.
Horse, oddly enough.
Okay,
I think I'm gonna go for the horse as well.
okay, go for it.
I got a 17. If that matters. I don't.
Oh.
Oh, so
wow.
get out of the way. Yeah, you easily enough you dodge out of the way, and it doesn't.
20.
All right. I don't have to be raging to recklessly attack, do I?
Yes.
I do.
Well, it's not your turn, so keep
I
that
can't
in mind.
reckless attack
Yeah.
then. Okay.
It's a reactionary.
It's a reaction thing here.
All right. That's gonna be 18 to hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, that definitely is.
What am I doing? Oh, great sword. 2d6 plus 5. Where did my dice go?
8 points with the Book of Faith.
With a book of faith, 8 points.
With a natural 20.
I roll 1d4, so I had 2d4.
Okay. And you add your strength to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's 16.
Okay.
All right.
doesn't
And I
do
got
much
11 slashing.
Oh yeah, the horse shatters as it gets on the other side. The skeleton itself, boom's gonna hit the ground. It's gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it smacks into the ground itself and just shatter into a million pieces. And then the lantern itself just tong 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 tong.
It can only help.
There's just bones now scattered across the road. Both of them are dead.
Okay.
Wow.
Both are dead?
Both are dead. Skeleton and horse are both dead.
I'll make sure. Sacred Flame.
There's
Double
not a
tap.
body. It's just bones.
I know.
Scattered. Okay, you don't have like a creature to target with
I
sacred
was
flame.
hoping. just to make sure the bones aren't gonna get back up.
Just hit the
No, they're not gonna get back.
just hit the skull.
The skull is like
Kinda
in
wanna,
two
mix
or
them
three
all,
pieces.
all the bones.
Yeah.
So
Sacred Flame has to have a creature to target, but you can smash them all with your book into little pieces if you want.
Yeah.
or my
Step on them and break them over your knee.
Yeah.
Well, that's
How
more
about
hidden
this
than anything.
lantern then?
The lantern is old and extremely rusty, and after the impact on the ground, it's bent out of shape.
Anything else of like distinction there around?
Pieces
Poke
of
around.
old metal that look to be from the horse's barding.
Any insignia on anything?
Roll an investigation.
Where's that? Damn it. 9.
9.
You hear me chuckle from the woods.
Yeah.
Nope. Pieces of tattered armor, lots of horse bones everywhere, lots of skeleton bones. It's kind of hard to tell where the skeleton was and the horse was right now.
Short sword completely bent into an L from hitting the ground.
Yeah.
It's a weak ass sword.
It's
Well,
all
it's
rusted.
No,
old.
shit. The shield itself, it's mostly a frame with like just a bit of rust in the middle
Yeah,
of
You
it.
hit it
Yes.
hard.
Well, it's like the sword. It's like normally if it's that
also
rusty,
really, really old.
if it was that old, it
skeleton.
wouldn't bend. It would just go and break. But anyway,
Maybe it was a gold sword.
maybe it was a gold sword. I don't know.
Was it a gold sword?
Well,
No, it was not a
I
gold
think
sword.
we're safe, guys.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm picking
I
that
will
thing
go
up.
ahead and take
Fix
like
it.
I want to inspect the lantern and just to see
Yeah,
like
it's
what
destroyed. It was just
like destroyed.
yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a hooded lantern that's missing all of the glass and it's bent in a weird angle now. And
Can I find the skull?
do an investigation.
Neat.
Do you still have your uncle head
I
flail?
do.
Yes.
Okay.
Investigation. That is
all about
a
it.
27.
You can find the lower jaw, but the skull itself, when it hit the ground, it seemed to have broken into like 4 or 5 pieces. So just
Yeah.
the lower jaw is intact.
I'm gonna pitch it at a tree.
Because I already have something similar already on my person, I will take a finger bone.
Do perception to see if you can find a finger there.
Perception 19.
19.
I
Let's see.
Horses have fingers. Did you know that?
They do actually.
Terrifying.
You find a finger
They do?
bone. You're not sure
Yeah.
whether it belongs to the horse or to the human.
okay.
But you find what you think is a finger bone.
Their whole leg is
We'll put it in a pocket.
Oh,
Okay.
that's kind of creepy.
You've got a finger bone.
yeah.
I take it at this point in time, everybody that ran and hid in the woods is going to come out.
I didn't really
Yeah, no,
know, so
I
I'm just
came
gonna
out,
make
like I
it
said,
back
to
the road.
find the part of the skull and then pitch
Yeah,
it at a
okay.
tree and break it
Yeah,
some more.
you guys are all on the road. Still misty, still
Oh.
kind of this light rain.
Just generally miserable. Nice.
Awesome.
Perhaps it was some sort of scout.
Well, it did a shitty job.
Probably meant to scare people off.
Yeah, that worked.
Lesser people that live here.
I start walking.
Okay.
It's just like
I'm gonna make sure that myself and Keela are sticking close to the edge of the woods.
Okay.
I'm with them.
Alright. You guys come to a large right-hand turn in the road. Road itself kind of almost doubles back the direction that you guys were heading. Let's see. Looking out ahead, Eric, you can make out there are several shapes in the mist and whatnot.
humanoid.
Do an accurate perception, so you can see that you can see there's something in the mist coming towards you guys.
11.
11. You can make out that there are something humanoid, roughly 50 feet ahead of you, but it's not sure what they are, or
Is it just like regular mist, or is it the large mist wall that is like surrounding
it's
the land?
regular like fog,
Okay.
plus a misty rain.
But not like the fog wall that
Okay.
you
No,
guys spit
yeah,
us out
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's not completely obscured, it's lightly obscured is the definition I'm trying to get to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm and how can I get like a general idea how many?
With a 19,
handful. So
you can make out at least 4
okay.
distinct shapes. They seem to be the bend in the road here turns to the right and it kind of doubles back. You guys have made it almost all the way around the bend. On the left-hand side was a copse of trees. The trees themselves have stopped. They seem to be on the left-hand side of the road itself, kind of near the road, but not moving.
Well, I would hope the trees aren't moving.
No, the shapes.
Okay.
The shapes, I'm sorry. The shapes aren't moving.
If the trees are moving, we have other issues.
It's
Right.
funny, that's 2
We've
actual
had those
random
before.
encounters on the road to Castle Ravenloft so far. It's 2. Woo!
I'll be right back, and I go invisible.
Well, I would imagine that's when we should have the most encounters.
I'm going to get within 30 feet of them.
Alright, you have advantage on your stealth check then. Invisible.
It's cocked. Woo! That is a 14.
Are the rest of you stopping
Oh yeah.
after
Yes.
he said?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have mage armor marked off. Just
Okay. You can get within 30 feet of it. You see now that you're closer, you can see a total of 5 figures. It seems like the last figure was actually further out of view than you could have seen at first.
Sure.
The first one is standing there. You can see it's got like a shirt on it. Its arms are straight out like this. You can make out some straw, and there's a hood, and they are placed in a row.
Do they look similar to the ones that we saw in the swamp?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
nearly identical.
Neat. But they so they've got like the crazy fingers going on.
Yeah.
I've got.
None of us see them yet, do we?
no,
Not
we're
yet.
No,
on
not
the
yet.
road waiting.
Yeah.
He went on ahead to scout, and we're just hanging out.
Because invisible. I'm
Where's
gonna
he going?
wander back up and go
Check it out what's ahead.
more swamp scarecrows.
Mm.
I want one of these chocolates. Excuse me.
I'll keep my mouth.
I'm not using that. 8.
I'll keep my mouth shut this time, just in case.
Do we want to take them
That would
out,
probably be good.
or do we want to avoid them because they very likely won't do anything if we stay without a certain distance? Then
How close are they to the road?
They were about 5 feet off the road.
Oh.
I would
We
just
really
as soon
have to
take them out so
skirt
we're not
them.
attacked from behind.
considering that this road basically doubles back on itself, we could go back a ways and then cut through
Cut
the
across.
woods. Well, it said it bent almost entirely back on itself, so the distance
Almost
should be
entirely.
short.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
You could go back and
Depends on how much you actually want to deal with these things.
We're pretty certain that they're the regular scarecrows that attack. Like, were they moving?
They had the claws.
The question is, which is more dangerous, the road or the woods?
I mean,
At the moment, it looks like the road.
we have an accurate knowledge of what's on the road. We have an idea of what could be in the woods. It's risk and reward.
It might benefit us more to save our resources if we can.
I'm willing to try to skip them.
What is life without a little risk?
We
Okay.
got plenty of risk at the castle.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should skirt this one.
I like that idea.
Well, I meant risk
Risk the woods.
going into the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
so do you guys want to backtrack and try to
By about 40 feet.
okay. Sure, not a problem.
So a little backtrack.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you want to roll?
By doing that, we found something else.
You want
I know, right?
to roll?
Is it better or is it worse?
Do a survival, Eric.
I think somebody else should lead this considering none of you can see me.
I'll do it.
I can see you. What are you talking about?
Can I assist?
Yes.
How many fingers am I
they'll
holding
let ya.
up?
She tells you how many fingers you're holding up.
I'm not holding up any fingers.
She tells you none.
There's something wrong with your small pink creature.
I got an 18.
Maybe there's something right with
22.
her.
Okay. With that, you guys can pick your way on a general path through the thick forest, trying to circumnavigate around the scarecrows itself.
We got a druid and a
You
furbolg
do
leading the way through
hear,
this.
however, let's see. Yeah, you do hear the sound of someone seeming to move themselves through the forest ahead, roughly about 40 feet deeper into the woods itself. There is someone clearly making a lot of noise, trying to make their way towards
Really, Rug? Is that
Our
you?
direction.
your
No.
direction.
Oh.
Certainly couldn't be Sethic. He wouldn't be that loud.
No.
Now you're being loud.
one can see him. I can see him.
He can turn himself invisible.
You're the only one who can see.
Yeah.
We already know there's something special about you.
We can't see him.
Now she just looks really confused.
Yeah, she looks like you're all lying to her.
It's like, are you guys messing with me?
She's gonna stop talking for a while. She's gonna kind of sit there and kind of mull over. You can see the gears turning. She's trying to figure out if you're lying to her, or if there's something wrong with you, or something wrong with her.
More us.
Has she done anything else besides the sight thing that would make us believe there's anything special about her?
Yeah, I think this is at this moment in time, you probably would realize that she can see Era
She
when he's
healed the
invisible.
Rug. A
Well,
little bit.
Well,
Do
you
we
guys
know
wouldn't
that?
necessarily
Yeah.
know that. Yeah,
No.
he would feel better, and that's
So,
all you would know.
I guess I have suspicions then, because normal people don't have true sight.
A couple of you saw something at the winery, and you were one of them. Who was the other one? Was it
I've
you?
seen
Yeah,
several
those two.
things.
Yeah. I know there's something special about her. I'm just learning all the new aspects of it.
What do you guys want to do with the sound coming through the forest in your direction?
I think we should
Kinda
move
be
to a.
quiet.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You guys want to freeze
it's
where you are?
it's heading.
For the moment, yeah, since we're kind
Yeah.
of leading, we'll, you know.
We'll signal, just be like,
Alright, stealth rolls for the party. Era, you still have advantage on it.
Oh, go ahead.
Well then, you guys weren't thinking of being stealthy, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Like Bigfoot here.
obviously
didn't
not.
Sorry. Sorry. This is
No, them.
Oh, nice.
I tried to roll away from it, but there was too much pressure, so it rolled back.
Nice.
Alright, what'd you get, Corsic?
I got a 13.
Okay, what'd you get, Era?
29?
29. Florin.
7.
7. Destiny.
23,
23. Keela.
19.
19. And Lauren.
7.
7.
Nice.
The
We got
you
really
hear
low.
you hear a voice call out, "Ow! Huzzah! Ooh!"
What do we any of us recognize the language?
You recognize it as a local barbarian dialect. Not exactly what it was said, but there was clearly a call out for like who's there or a challenge of some sort.
Okay.
I'm gonna start moving diagonally away from the party.
Okay, do a stealth.
Yeah.
Still have advantage on it.
I will also move a little bit away from the party, not necessarily stealthy.
Towards or away from the voice that called out.
Kind of
Yes.
towards. Yes, it's gonna be a little bit towards, but not straight at it.
Okay, so you want to try to
Yes, I'm gonna
skirt to the right or the left?
Yes,
Okay.
basically, I'm just trying to distance myself from the party a little bit, not too far, but
16.
16, okay.
I'm gonna put a gentle hand on Keela's shoulder, just.
Okay. She kind of like looks back at you and then down at the stick that you stepped on.
then I'm.
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah, you got this.
I don't know exactly what I'm gonna say because my brain is a little fried right now.
Alright, but
Um,
what's
I've
your
got
stealth
her.
roll? To try to.
I'm not being stealthy.
Oh, you're not going to be stealthy?
I'm not gonna be stealthy
Okay.
Yeah.
because he's saying who is there.
Stop, stop.
Well,
Trying to draw attention away from the group.
What's your passive perception, Jess?
I did a bunch of stomping, so-
Jarrett. Bleh.
13.
Taking the fall
13.
for it.
13.
The sound of the thing coming through the woods is coming directly at you.
Okay, so in
If you're
response,
not being quiet, it's like
yes, I'm not being quiet,
Okay.
and I will. I don't know the exact dialect that
okay.
they use, but I'm also a barbarian, so I guess I speak in Orcish,
Okay.
and I say well, I don't exactly know what I say,
That's
but
fine.
basically it's kind of like I am here.
Intent.
Huh?
What's your intent?
My intent is like disarmament, not like drop your weapons, but like I am here.
All right.
Pretty much like parlay. Parlay, pretty much.
Do a performance.
Oh.
Actually, what would that be?
Persuasion?
Persuasion, yeah. Do a persuasion. See if they
Essentially the same
understand.
roll. I got a 1 bonus of 1. That's a 3.
That's a 3. Okay.
That's a 3.
Through the
Yeah,
trees, you guys kind of come towards each other
Mhm.
in very small clearing, which is about 10 feet away from the party itself. Arab, you have started to skirt your way around to the backside of whatever is coming there. The figure dressed in all of wolf furs, holding a large axe of some sort, is standing there, kind of like looking at you from about 15 feet away. You're looking at him, and he's like, "Da! Zawuga!"
Okay. So in Orcish still, I am Corsic. I forget what clan. The actual name of the clan is what.
name here.
Pretty much. I thought we actually had something for that, but I didn't write it down. So I am Corsic. I seek Castle Ravenloft. I seek entry.
He's standing there. He's like looking at you really, really hard, and so he's like, "Da! Ooh! Ah! Ooga! Da!"
Okay. Can I try and do an insight to kind of see
Sure,
what
yeah,
he wants
absolutely.
to, what he exactly wants? Because he's speaking slower.
What do you do when someone doesn't speak your language? You speak
Yeah.
slower
He's 10
and
feet
louder.
away from the rest of us, right?
What's that?
He says he's about 10 feet away.
10 feet away from Corsic, so he's about
That's a lot better,
30-ish
okay.
feet away from where you are right now. So like 10 feet away from like Destiny and Lauren. You guys are kind of like in a little pocket area.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Literally, you're fairly certain that he asked you, "What are you saying?" Like he doesn't understand what you're saying.
Does his weapon look generic or kind of fancy?
Do a perception check. You have disadvantage on it because you're trying to remain stealthy.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. If the first one was bad.
Yeah, you can't even really like see him right now from where you are. You're hunkered down behind a bunch of bushes.
So that was an 18 versus a 3.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't even see him right now. You're too
So-
worried about
Damn looking
being
good.
quiet.
Good looking axe.
So okay, so I have an idea. So I point at myself like Corsic.
You say it in common?
No.
Well,
Well,
it's his name, so it's going to be the same in whatever language.
pretty
No.
much.
Might sound differently. Okay.
Well, he doesn't understand. Like I'll say it in Orcish, and then I'll wait a second, and then I'll say it in common,
Okay.
Corsic, and then I will pull out. I have a bear claw necklace. It's my totem.
Yeah.
So I'll pull it out, and I'll kind of show him.
The bear claw.
Bear claw,
Okay.
and then I also have the ancient bear spearhead, the broken one, and kind of indicate that I'm from the bear clan.
Okay.
I'm sure the guy who doesn't speak your language doesn't take you showing him weapons as a threat at all.
It's a broken weapon, so I mean.
Well, I rolled for it just to see. He kind of lowers his axe a bit and stands up, very, very proud for a moment. Bulk, Wolf Clan.
Nice.
So I'll also salute. Like, I guess he'll try and say nice to meet you, Bulk.
White Woods here.
Cool. We found
The
common
one
ground.
berserker that's not going to try and kill you.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
we haven't berserked yet, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Corsic seek.
Castle.
Evil castle. Bring balance.
Castle on rock. Castle no go nowhere. Castle that way.
Audio's working.
Balanced.
What?
Oh,
You guys are making me all nervous here. I'm trying to talk to somebody.
You're
You're
okay.
making me
You're right.
laugh.
Just carry on, ignore them. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it, you're fine. He points off to the east.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what else to say. It's just like random dude in the middle of the woods.
He's just looking
Can
at
we
you right now.
pass?
That's yeah.
You, castle, go, die soon.
No go, die, all same. Must fight, even till death.
Luck be to you. And he
And-
turns and he starts to walk off.
Just walk off. All right. Well,
you watching him walk off into the woods.
All right.
You can let him go.
The
or-
orc found diplomacy.
I'm gonna step out of his way if I'm in front of him.
You're not in front of him.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah, he seems satisfied with like all of the answers that he was given to this particular situation, and yeah, he wanders off.
Alright.
Once he goes,
Screw you guys.
Could have had a brand new axe.
I have a bunch of weapons.
All right.
Problem is, I don't have a magic weapon.
all right. So you guys can
Maybe it was.
find the road again, circumnavigating the scarecrows. The left-hand side of the road has got
How do you spell his name, just in case we meet again?
BALK.
Bulk. Okay.
I'm gonna make a point of watching behind us.
Okay.
Make sure that these scarecrows don't come up from behind us.
Okay. So on your left-hand side of the road is a high mountainside without forest or anything like that. Looks nigh on impassable. It does look like it would take you a lot of steep climbing in order to get over it. Sticking to the road on the right-hand side are thick evergreen forests, just like around here in the Pacific Northwest. After about an hour of coming out of the woods and following several different switchbacks, ahead of you on a hill, you guys can make out a windmill. You can tell that there is a road that actually leads up to the windmill itself. If you keep going on the road, it's going to turn north, then turn south again, and it would connect with the road that actually leads up to the windmill. The trail, though, does continue on. You can see it winds through the mountains and then out of view. So, just from where you're currently standing, you're looking, and you can see probably a good 100 feet or so ahead of you, a small hill with a windmill. The mist itself seems to be a little lighter here, but the rain is still coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna tell you guys that you came across this particular landmark here. If you guys aren't gonna do anything particular, then you guys continue down the path and eventually come to the road that leads to the base of the windmill itself.
We're not here to sightsee.
I imagine that at that point, I am no longer invisible.
No,
because
definitely
it lasts for an hour.
Yeah. You came quite a ways ago. All right. So if you guys are going to continue to follow the path towards, all right, cool. So the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. No, let's not do that. So you do come across though a rusted iron gate sits in the road ahead.
This is at the windmill? Or heading
No,
toward-
this is about 3 miles beyond the windmill itself.
Oh, we-
so
about an hour
this is
later.
We're
another
not stopping?
hour or so
No reason
later
to.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody said that they were stopping, so I just.
Well, that's
came
what I
with
said. We're not
Yeah,
here to
we're-
sightsee, so
Oh, okay.
just continue on.
We have things
I mean-
we need to do.
There was a site and you saw it.
Oh yeah.
Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road are huge stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang from the stonework. Dew clings to the cold tenacity to the rusted iron bars. 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. Just the huge
Gates
iron
are closed.
No,
Why?
the gates are open.
Are the rest of the statues intact?
They
There's just the 2.
just
Yeah.
They
No,
appear,
no, I mean
each
like
statue.
each statue is missing its head, but
they appear to be from where you're standing right now. Yeah.
I find that kind of odd that just the heads of the statues were broken off or removed.
And
So
they're
there's
still
the
here.
Yeah.
road,
Uh-huh.
buttresses, gate.
Yep.
Woods on either side?
Yep.
Where's the statues? Right in front of each buttress?
On top of the buttresses.
Oh, okay.
Way up there.
Okay.
And the gate's open.
The gate is
Yeah.
open, yeah.
I want to go around the gate. Like through, like just like right outside the gate, through the woods area, to get
There's
back on the road.
stone wall. That
Oh.
goes,
Oh, okay,
travels
I-
through the woods.
Okay, I thought it was
No,
just
there is
like like fairy gate style.
No,
Like,
there
I don't
is
want to go through the gate.
There's a stone. There's a stone wall all of about 5 feet.
Okay, never mind then.
that
Never
you
mind.
can- I mean, literally, it goes like 5 feet into the woods and then it stops.
Oh,
So you can
then
go around.
yes, I'm
Yes,
gonna go
so
around
you can
it.
still completely go
I'm
around
going
through
around
the
it
woods.
too. I've seen enough.
Fairy gate, no.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. You tromp your way. It's cold. It's wet. It's kind of
That's okay.
briars and
I'm
I'm
whatnot.
good with cold and wet. I'm going.
I'm gonna take a bat.
Okay.
Throw it through.
Seems safe.
Nothing happened.
My
I'm gonna walk
kingdom
through.
is built around a magical
I'll
gate.
go
I'm
through
not
with
going
him.
through it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the
I
bat.
grew up with
Okay.
halflings.
You guys
Superstitions.
Suddenly, you
are
burst into flame.
Yeah. In the middle of the rain? What?
Yeah.
Spontaneous combustion.
Fire.
Duh.
Yeah.
The
rain turns to acid.
Smells
melts
good.
your skin away.
on the far side of the gate, as everyone meets back up on the far side of the gate itself, you guys can make out the road continues south and heads nearly directly east. In the distance, high, perched on a spire of rock, you can see Castle Ravenloft. The skies have turned darker gray. There are more churning clouds. The rain has become more
Torrential.
actual rain than less mist, and it's slowly starting to increase, it seems.
Does it seem like the storm is centered over the castle, or just kind of
Give a perception.
storm?
That would make things more
But you're
dramatic.
checking.
silly
Perception. That is a 20 modified.
Looking around the sky itself and the land, it does get a lot darker over the castle and then get grayer the further it comes out. But I mean, this kind of view, it's like miles.
So I'm gonna point out to Florin because she does the storm stuff. Caused by a spell or just happenstance? You think?
It could just be the evil of the magic congregating here.
Yeah, your storm sense isn't picking up any magical storms
No,
in
I
here.
don't have anything. I will activate my rain shield though.
Okay.
Keep Keela dry.
A little late for that.
Yeah.
Dry
Yeah.
Well, it was sprinkling before. Now it's starting to come down.
So she's not like an airbender. She just go. And all the air just.
No
whoop.
prestidigitation.
Dry us
Sorry.
off, too.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So what do you guys
somebody
wanna
used
do?
to have prestidigitation.
The road comes to a Y where it continues south or it takes off east. At the Y in the road, even
stay at
here
the
in the
Y.
mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
But that leads out.
It might have once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also directly in the east, high upon the spire of rock, you can make out the distant Castle Ravenloft.
No sense in not going directly to our goal. Like that's where we're headed. So
Yeah.
We're
Where
still
we
waiting
go.
to meet
Um,
Sethig somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
That I was about to say.
We just don't know where.
Just keep an
Keep
eye
our
out for
eyes
signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Keep an eye
I
out for
recommend you keep
some
them
sort
clean.
of obvious trail signs or something. That
So
he
we're
might
we're
have for us.
we're in it like a thoroughfare right now.
rural than I
We're in
am.
kind of like a
It looks
square.
like ahead that it does eventually turn to cobblestone, but it's like a switchback mountain road that seems to be leading up way to the distance into the castle.
Gotcha.
You can't make out the entire road from where you stand.
But yeah, that's the kind of road that it
Yeah.
would be. It's just
Yeah.
it.
Winding
Doubles-
and
We
twisting.
had no other direction except he would meet us here when we got here.
Lead us to the
So,
castle.
He'll find us. He always
and
does.
everyone keeps saying there's no other way in except the main entrance. So I guess
May as well head to the main entrance.
head up the road
Yeah.
until someone says otherwise.
You guys are traveling up the road itself. ahead, the road turns to the south. On the left-hand side of the road is a slight bit of a cliff. Looks to be about 75 feet or so down. On the right-hand side of the road is a steep hill without any trees or anything like that, barren rock. And directly ahead of you in the road, standing, you can see a humanoid shape. You guys are about 100 or so feet away from
Harder?
As we approach, whenever we inevitably approach this person, I'm going to make sure that I'm also paying attention to the hill. Because if it's just rock, we could have rock slides. Like, this is a really precarious position. So I want to make sure I'm paying attention to the upper
18
hill.
And you had an 18? Yeah. Okay. Looking ahead of it, it does resemble a humanoid shape, but not like a human. You know, clearly there's some sort of like a head to it and a torso to it, but that's basically all you can make out.
Can't tell what it is.
Is it moving?
It is. It is walking. It looks like it's walking back and forth across the path ahead of you.
Nice.
Patrol.
Who wants to go around?
It's literally a cliff on one side and a hill on the other side.
I know.
So I'm going to make. Well, I have my weapon brandished already. I'm going to start walking forward.
All right.
You know,
Let's get this over with.
You get within 70 or so feet of it. It is still moving back and forth. Do another perception check on it there, Jared.
Okay. That's pretty shit.
that's going to be an 8.
8? Yeah. You're more worried about paying attention to the hill than you
Pretty
are
much.
The figure in
Fair
front
enough.
of you.
I will call. Well, how far away am I?
So about 70 feet now.
70 feet.
Yeah.
Is anybody else going up with me, or am I
Well,
just?
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
hang back.
we were. Oh, all right. I was then.
Okay. So as we get a little closer, I'll call out to it and I'll say, "Friend or foe?"
How much closer do you want to get from 70 feet?
Probably what, like 50?
50 feet?
50 feet
So move
50
up.
from it or 50 closer?
from it.
From it. Okay. So you're going to move forward 20 feet.
About
Okay.
20 more feet.
I
Yeah.
want to maintain 30 feet behind him.
Means hopefully
You're 30 feet behind
rounds
horse
that
it.
it needs to
Okay.
move to get to us.
Mhm.
Keela and I will be at the same distance as Florin.
Yeah, we're traveling together.
Yeah.
So we can protect
And I
Keelan.
guess I'll
Yep.
be 15 between the two groups if they're 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay. And Lauren, you want to be with the girls or with
No,
Corsi?
with Jarrett.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Same difference.
You can
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
hack and slash.
All right.
We're good.
Justin's got you guys a map today.
Yay!
Map.
The space
nuts.
between the path and the squiggles is flat. It starts going up on one side, down on the other from there.
Wax.
Okay,
It's cool.
just making
But
sure.
it's
Yep.
rocky, and that's not where the actual path of the road
All right.
is.
Corsic and Lauren, ahead of you stands what looks to be this intensely churning thing of furious water and whatnot. In its hands, it's holding a silver trident, and it has got a metal piece of armor across its chest. It stops in the middle of the path, and it's just holding its trident.
Okay. So when I
Lauren, you recognize
Okay.
this thing as clearly as a
I was
water
gonna
element
say, yeah.
of some
Maybe
sort.
we should
I can
get
see it.
Armored water element.
Talk to this thing.
Yes.
Florin, can you speak to it?
I can try.
We'll back
Seem
you
to
up
be
if
the
we need
most
to.
Watery attuned.
In primordial,
Okay.
friend or foe.
In Aquan, it answers back neither.
May we pass?
No.
So I'll relay that to the group.
Oh, it is then.
Ask it why.
Why?
I have a message.
And that is?
It reaches inside of itself and grabs something, and you see it like pull out a scroll tube that seemed to have been floating inside of it, and it throws it down on the ground.
Pick it up.
You're
gonna
gonna
get
walk
that
all the way
close?
up to where it is?
Because it threw it down on the ground right in front of it.
I'll walk
So
up and get it.
you're. It's here.
I will ask
You're
if-
back here right now.
May I approach?
Do not take a look at it yet. It's on the ground.
Right.
They'll put it over on the table.
It's right here.
Okay.
All right, Corsi. So you ask it, may you approach?
May I approach?
It didn't respond. It's just standing there.
Okay.
I want to move
So
If it was
over here.
told to give us a message, I wouldn't think it'd keep us from getting said message.
Well, I'm gonna walk up to it because I'm the one who.
Addressed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want any of us to come with you?
No,
How-
just because.
How far away are we from it now?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah.
Okay.
The item's 45, it's 50.
So.
Item is a rectangle.
Tube!
What are you gonna do? You gonna walk up to it?
Walk up and
All
grab it.
right. When you walk up to it, it reaches back with its trident and makes 3 attacks on you. Roll initiative.
Wowzers. Bastard.
But
I
before
really,
that,
apparently don't give a crap.
We didn't pass though.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
It's a trap!
I just watched the Black Knight
15,
today.
Yeah.
16, and 19.
I think the 19 hits.
19 hits.
The others don't?
No, I had mage on her.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer.
I specifically said.
You did. You communicated it.
Good cookies.
Mm-hmm.
You would have made it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
also-
what I was saying.
Okay.
In case you
10
don't want to
piercing
suffer from sugar.
damage.
I
10?
know.
10.
I can't help it.
Alright.
Alright, and then you guys roll initiative.
Yep.
And Justin's rolling his initiative for the creature.
Would that be its turn?
Yeah. Well,
I think that was a
It had a
ready
prepared
action.
action.
Oh, okay.
That was the starting.
come get it! Stabby, stabby, stab!
It's an interaction to drop something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Okay, anybody above 20?
22.
Jeez.
You were ready for this shit.
I knew what it
else
was!
above
Of course
20?
I was ready for this
Anybody
shit.
at 20? 19? 18?
Ooh.
About time, Bill.
18,
I know.
We got
Did you roll
Way to
19?
show up.
17.
Oh.
Lauren and Destiny. 17?
Mhm.
16?
16.
16, Corset. 15. 14, 13, what do you got?
I have an 8.
8.
I rolled a 2.
That's a good job. You're doing excellent.
Everybody thought it was fine, apparently.
So,
I'm the only one.
Lauren did not like getting stabbed and
I figured it
immediately
would.
reacts with.
Grabbing the scroll and thunderstep.
Nice.
Oh!
Ooh.
We're ready for that, were ya?
I didn't care. Alright, Thunderstep, huh?
Yeah.
So, 3d10 on a Constitution
Thunder, thunder step.
save.
Oh.
Ow, that sucks.
So you picked that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not reading it yet, though, because we're in the middle of battle.
Where are you zooping to?
Okay.
On the left,
yeah,
it's another
let's
Back
go.
by Destiny and Kilo where I was.
Unless backing off causes it
Roll
to
your
stop
3d10
attacking.
thunder damage.
Yeah. 18.
We round up, yeah?
Yes.
21 thunder damage.
Why would you?
How would
roll?
rounding affect that?
When I cast a spell of first level or higher that deals lightning or thunder damage,
Oh,
so I
half your
add half
level.
my level,
Okay,
but I'm
alright.
7, so rounding up.
21. Perfect.
And what's the teleport distance that you have available to you?
Within 90 feet.
90 feet.
Okay.
So I can teleport back to where
Back to
they
where
were.
To
Yeah.
a place she can see within 90 feet.
Boom! Directly behind her.
Alright. That brings up Malorn and Destiny.
That's also 300 feet of thunder noise.
Loud.
Rock slide kills
Yeah.
all of you.
Rock
was
everyone
thinking.
dies. It's a famous DM line.
Alright.
Destiny more.
I'm still looking for it.
All right.
I'm still paying attention to it. If I
Well,
see
it's
it, I'm-
already aggressive, so
Yeah.
I guess we continue.
so much for not being a foe.
Drop a spiritual weapon next to it.
Okay.
I had a feeling, but I
You got 60 feet of range. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one.
wanted to know what this
Yeah, it's
was.
got a long range, 60 feet. And then you can move it 20
Little
feet
end?
around.
Rock slide kills everybody. So when are we starting rounding?
M squared.
Alright.
Tonight. Let's go.
Right now.
So
Start rolling.
You spawn
Action.
a
Great.
spiritual
Right up the
weapon.
I
character.
have
An
I
attack
have
with
one
it.
characters
attack
too.
with it. Okay.
What characters you say?
Yeah, I made the two brothers from Magic, Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Kind of.
22.
Little bit. That's force damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah, they were the dominating boss.
Maybe.
They're from they're inspired.
11.
Okay.
So you have one light cleric and one
Light. Life and light.
Sacred Flame.
Take 30 seconds.
Sacred Flame.
I was thinking about maybe changing it to like sorcerer and cleric.
Yeah, that's 10.
2 clerics.
Nice.
Because
Or
the only
radiant,
fire
yeah.
domain is the
But
forge.
it looks like fire.
Sunny
It's
fire.
forge domain.
That's my other
That's the
eight.
only thing that does fire specifically. Everything else is light,
There
or
it is.
you know.
could be a fiend warlock.
10.
Okay.
Just
And
like
then it also gains life when you
Destiny,
kill
what's
things.
Destiny doing?
Gonna run. Don't have enough run to get all the way there. So I'm going to produce flame and try to sizzle the water elemental.
Okay.
I know.
turn it into a steam elemental.
That sounds much worse.
Yes, it
Scalding
does.
hot steam just going inside your lungs.
19 for produce flame.
That's
if
a hit.
it does anything at all.
Goes paff. Or
10.
the
Do a
rain.
perception check.
The rain sizzles it out.
I don't expect it to do anything, and I think it's doing fantastic. That's a natural 1.
A natural 1.
So that's a 9.
You see a lot of steam come off of it when you hit it, but you don't know what that means.
She
Yeah,
yells
it's-
out to
it's
everyone,
fine.
use fire.
It almost looks like a steam bolt because all the rain that's coming down, but she's firing it.
Fireworks, great.
No. He goes back with you, so.
Okay.
No.
We're next in giant.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he's going before me then. Shoot.
Yeah, he is.
But I mean, it has a better chance of putting it in range.
That's true. If it attacks us, it could just go away.
No. There's no way that's happening.
I ticked him off. He might
So
come
it's
after
gonna
me.
approach Destiny.
Oh, of course it is.
Well, you put
Oh,
yourself
she's
in range.
there.
I know, but I had to be closer so I could hit next time.
And it's gonna use its special and stab you 3 times.
Okay,
Since
good.
you're a rogue, I'll do them 1 at a time for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool, and because it's his special.
Uncanny dodge.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
What is it?
How close
2
is it?
1s is what it is. Alright, so that's
How far away is
5
she from
piercing
me?
and 1 cold damage.
She is
So that
5,
is
10,
6,
15, 20,
that's
25 feet away from you.
Okay.
Your
I'm
speed is also reduced by 10 feet
Yes.
fucker.
until the end of the Myrmidon's next turn.
The what?
Myrmidon?
Myrmidon.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the f-
Myrmidon.
Myrmidon.
Next one is a modified 20.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 7 piercing and 7 cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that one.
Okay.
So does that?
It's all 1 attack, so it's 7 total.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay, alright.
Third one. Third one, he stabs himself in the foot.
Nearly.
But he's immune to it, so it's okay.
Does he even have feet?
No, he doesn't.
That's what I thought.
He's immune to foot stabbing.
Why he's immune.
Yeah.
Malorn to his spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay, got it.
And
You can have
square.
that back.
Thank you.
Corsick's turn.
All right.
But he moved up to me, right?
Yeah, he's all
Okay.
up in your face.
What is M2?
That's
M
the
Spiritual
squared.
weapon.
Wow, I just
Oh,
answered the question.
No,
That's what I write every
Whatever.
time I use that spell.
whatever. Okay, so bonus action rage, and I'm gonna dash up to this thing, and I'm gonna try and
Do you have to dash?
flavor-wise, I'm going to run aggressively at it.
There you go.
Run aggressive.
Run aggressively. Okay, so I'm gonna be
A
up against
$6
the
million
wall.
barbarian.
I am not M.
You can make him.
I am not Malorn. What?
Don't move him.
Okay,
Okay, got it. Okay.
No, the other one.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna attack.
Miss.
Probably, yeah.
What was it?
It's going to be an 11.
That's a miss.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my extra attack feature,
Well, you do that.
and I'm gonna probably miss again, but it's gonna be a 16.
That's a miss.
That connects to the armor on it and it deflects the blow.
Anything else?
Ooh.
Corsick?
Nope, that was my bonus. I
Hey,
already.
rogue.
Roll. I'm participating.
Right.
Participation!
Yeah, I got a good line on it. I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Market.
Okay.
And then I will take a shot with the bow. That is a 20.
Uh-huh.
4 piercing. Oh no, 7 piercing, 4 magical.
Alright.
7 piercing and then 4 extra magical damage.
Yep. I'm going to use my Dread Ambusher feature to get the extra attack since I took the attack action.
On your first turn of combat.
23 to hit. Alright, so magic. So the purple one is the force, and the other thing is the magical one. 9 piercing, 7 force, 6 magical.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then my last attack. And poke. 19?
19 hits.
Nice. That is 6 piercing and 1 magical.
Okay.
Very nice.
10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to take 2 steps back.
Okay.
That'll do it.
You're up on the hill?
No.
Or
The hill starts.
Lord.
Oh.
Yay! Alright. Nobody moved in the way, thankfully.
Wow.
So I'm going to step right here in front of Keela and lightning bolt.
Nice. Right down the line.
That's right. Burn your 3rd level spell slots now before you get to the castle.
It's
Dexterity
fine.
saving throw.
Sorcery points. You can get it back.
See, he doesn't have feet, so he can't really dodge that well.
No, that's a failure on your side.
Okay.
Well, I guess if you,
So-
you can just kind of, what's that thing that Michael Jackson does, the lean? So he could just do that instead, like the base rooted and
Or you can just melt and just go.
it's in armor.
The armor can just sit there. Just like a pudding, you know? Just
We can hope.
But if it was pudding, it'd be perfect instead of just water.
Who knows what's inside that water? Who knows what that water has been?
I mean,
Spell
back and
scrolls.
forth on
Why
this
is
trail.
this thing not the size of the world? Because it's in the middle of a storm.
27.
You think they
Magic.
just absorb
Do you
all the
want
water?
to tempt me?
27.
27.
Ravnica is like right
Okay.
there.
In case anyone was curious, these don't bleed, but you get the impression it's not doing very well.
Yay!
It's watery
It's
Is
weeping.
that it for
instead of
Falorn?
bloody.
Yep.
That brings up Malorn and Destiny.
Alright, I'll move the sword over to it.
Sword?
20 feet of
Well,
movement.
mace, I guess.
Can you
Yeah,
get it
it's
there?
yep. Actually,
Cool.
it only needs to go 15.
Here.
That works. And I'll attack it. 11.
No.
We know 11 doesn't hit.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what
But
do
I
you
said
know?
that
A spectral
anyway.
weapon passes through the thing you're trying to hit.
Yeah. And then, why not? Sacred Flame.
It was kind of cool, right?
14?
Nope.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Get out of here with that. Nice. 13.
15 radiant damage. Still alive.
Is this going to make it a holy water elemental?
Oh, I hope.
Hurry, get the vials.
Yeah.
Do your research for this turn.
Yep. No, it's not. It's Destiny's turn.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm
not
going to
worth it.
attempt to shank.
Shank.
That's a 15.
15 misses.
Offhand.
Misses?
Yeah.
Cool. Does not get its special ability back.
Yay.
Stabs you 3 times anyway. That's a 23.
Yep.
Okay. For 6 piercing damage. That is a 15.
Miss.
And a 17.
Hit.
For 10 piercing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
5 piercing damage.
Is my speed reduced from that as well?
No, not that one.
Not that one.
He didn't use
Okay.
a special
So
that time.
now your speed is no longer reduced. It's
That
the
was
end
my
of
next
his turn.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I have 30 feet of movement again. Not that I've been using
Alright.
special.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Alright, let's try this again.
I didn't think of it until it was already done. It's okay.
Well, he's gonna attack. That's what he's gonna do.
That's unreasonable.
It's unreasonable.
You should just rip the armor off of the water. Just go,
That'd be
get
great.
going.
Like, I could wear this.
Lower its armor class.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of whether I want to go reckless or not.
Fight it.
You know what? I'll give you. You know what? I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go reckless this time. Okay, that's gonna be a 14, which is definitely a miss.
But
That's a 19.
which does do it.
Oh.
Okay, so then it's 2d6 plus 7. So that's 14 slashing.
Yeah, it
so
swoosh
yeah,
down to the ground, the armor ching, and then
Oh, it's
rolls
done?
off the side of the cliff.
Nice.
It was 14 slashing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
It only took half of that.
I'm gonna roll again just because I have an extra attack that just got wasted.
Whoosh! Whoosh!
There's nothing but air.
Okay. So
trying to
I
grab it?
swoosh the first time, and then when it dies, I go kapang and hit the armor off the cliff. There you go.
You hit the shiny plate armor off the cliff. Okay. Plate
Did
armor's
the
gone.
trident
Oh, he already
stay
said
up
roll
here?
off.
Yeah.
The trident itself actually hits the ground, goes boing, boing, and then turns to water and sinks into the ground.
You guys are just not very nice, are you?
I
Look at all this cool stuff you could have. Psych! You don't get it.
I was gonna try and give it to Pool.
Jeez.
It's a trident!
Oh, I know, that'd be cool.
The only
Get that
person who
pretty
can wear
blue
plate
staff.
armor is you, right? No, you can't
I
wear.
can.
You can, but it's not.
I think.
Are you proficient?
What?
I have. What did I,
I don't think you're
take?
proficient in heavy armor.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
actually.
it's,
Oh.
reading that, you can tell it's not
Oh,
meant for
give
you.
him the armor.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
okay.
Jeez.
Got it.
No, medium armor.
I
Yeah.
could 4 of them. I will tell you what that name is on a one-on-one.
Okay.
I'm gonna look down the cliff and see if there's anything left of it.
It's gone. Do a perception.
So if we wanted to get the armor, we'd have to go all the way back down the mountain and hunt for
27.
You can't even find where the armor went.
Well,
to.
I was just saying like if there was if when the armor went down there was just like a splash of like water. Like
It's raining out.
Okay. Because like I didn't like it was
Yes,
weird.
There's a splash of water.
Well, I mean,
there,
because it
there,
was
there.
it's just like the way that it was like holding itself together. Like if it was the different colored water or whatever, like if it was like sea water or something. It just,
like
Yeah,
Morpha.
you can't tell due to the fact that it's raining out.
Water type.
Honestly.
Nah, I couldn't use it.
That it was actually a kind of a pointless roll where there was no way you were ever going to find that armor in the middle of the rain.
natural way. I see it.
No, you don't.
Nobody can really use the armor anyway, so
So,
No big loss.
10 feet down. 10
yeah,
feet
you guys
up. Yes.
took out the
Myrmidon.
Myrmidon.
I look back down the road to make sure there's nothing that was sneaking up on us during that.
You can
Yeah.
see Florin reading the scroll.
Are you
Take
satisfied?
a look
Was it worth the
around,
fight?
Up the hill and
Yes.
everything. 'Cause there was a big boom.
Okay.
You can't even use that, so you need to give that up too.
What now? Oh.
It will come into play. It's all good.
What's it say?
But the skull's not in the
Is
catacombs.
it, so
It's in the servants' area.
I can't read this. Then.
No, the name.
The name is in primordial.
Oh, okay.
The skull or the dragon's skull?
Interesting that
The skull that we're looking
I
for.
have a feeling that that's even though I won't know the name, you know.
I thought that's what. Okay. When you told me that it was only
I know,
specific
I
classes, I was
misread
like, "Are you sure?"
Was the message for you?
I
No.
misread it.
Why
No,
would
it wasn't.
why would somebody else
Keyless is
be
What's it
looking for
say?
the skull?
I'll show her.
Well, I can't read.
It says the skull's not located in the catacombs. Look for it in the servants' area. I will have your people's army. And there's a name.
Oh,
I
that's an old scroll. Oh,
Is that your water friend?
I don't know.
And why would it send a messenger that would attack us?
What's the name?
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I continue towards the castle.
Sure.
We got places to be. Other things that I want to do.
Carrying on?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Nothing else to do here. Huh?
Make camp in the middle of the road.
Okay, I'll turn into a bear and I'll just dig into the side of the hill like I did.
That sounds
before.
like a terrible idea. Loosening the rocks from underneath.
Depends on the rock.
Okay,
So you break your
traveling
claws
for
and
about another mile or so ahead in the road, you can make out the castle getting bigger and bigger. After winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. Let's see. A lowered drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm between you and the archway to the courtyard. The chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. From atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you out of their hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. A rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs above the entry tunnel. You guys are standing at the gates of Ravenloft.
Any sign that Sethic's here?
Do a perception check.
Good. Bad. 13.
As you are looking around to see whether or not Sethig is here, someone comes walking across the bridge towards you.
Ready up myself.
Hi, guys!
Who is it?
It's Sethig.
Okay.
I was like, that could be
I
anybody.
was like,
just saying,
no, I'm not ready.
Nice.
What took you so long?
We're not
Waylaid a
elves.
couple times.
I'm gonna slowly reach into my pack.
Okay. Bat! He grabs the bat before he hits it. What is
I'm
this?
starting to think that's a traditional greeting.
In
Because
the
I don't know any
Underdark.
better.
He thinks
I
it'll.
mean, what do you think it is?
It's a dead bat. Why did you throw it at me?
Again.
So, if it had just like stopped midair and like fallen to the ground, or you had like opened your mouth super wide and like, it's a test.
It's a really bad test.
So,
He chucks it off the bridge.
oh,
I'm gonna look at Keela, like make eye contact with Keela with a kind of a, is this who we think it is?
What?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of.
What?
Is this Sethig? You seem to see things that others don't.
Looks like something to me.
Okay.
Strahd's not home, guys. I don't know what you guys are worried about so much.
Strahd. Obviously.
Well, obviously, but he's not home right now.
So, like, all right, let's
is he
get
lying?
the sooner we get in this castle,
Do an insight.
the sooner we can leave.
15.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Fair enough.
Strahd's not home right now.
And then, so you just went in the front door?
Me? I haven't been in the castle yet, no.
Did you find the other entrance that you were talking about?
I scouted around. I can't get through the portcullises, but I think there's another way in.
Do portcullises make that a problem?
They're too heavy for me to lift.
Well, if you
Three of us
think
can
you
help.
have another way in, we could try it, but we could also try the portcullis.
Well, in order to
have
get
more
to,
people.
it seems to, in order to get anywhere further into the castle, you have to make your way through one of these portcullises. I didn't really exactly want to try to climb over the walls.
So while, not to interrupt, but while everyone's talking to Sethig, I'm gonna kind of aside with Forlorn, and I'll ask her,
Should
Yeah.
we tell him about
Sorry.
our watery
I wish I had it.
benefactor?
You want to run this door?
Oh yes, I had intentions.
Okay.
or at least the change in.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it with
Did
them.
you run into any sentries?
There's all manner of things that walk the walls at night, and there are things that walk around on the inside of the castle.
All right.
I imagine we're going to have to try to be as stealthily and quick in and out as we possibly can get. We don't know when he's coming back. We don't know how long he's gone. And honestly, I have no idea what to expect on the inside.
Gotcha.
When he says the thing about all manner of things along the wall, I'm gonna salute the gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of calling attention to, okay, I see you if you're a real thing.
Yeah.
Just in case, yeah.
Halfling superstition.
Have you met, in your travels in the woods, have you met any other people like me?
No, friend, I've not met any other half-orcs here.
Well, I meant berserkers, tribesmen.
The woods are full of them. There's several different clans. One of the wolf, one of the bat, and one of the elk that inhabit these lands, it seems.
I haven't seen any of them except for one who called himself Bulk.
Name does not ring a bell.
All right.
I'd like to take him aside.
I imagine that all of the people are named here, but most of them are loyal to Strahd. Not all of them are going to stop and talk to you.
I guess we got the only good one then.
Take him aside and show him the note and ask if he recognizes the name.
They do.
Could
You
you
should
share?
as well.
Do I recognize it? History?
Sure. I don't know what name Justin gave you, because I told Justin to make up a name.
21.
Okay. 21. It does sound somewhat familiar. It is among the list of potential things that can come through the gate that your family guard. And you would recognize it as clearly a name of a water djinn.
The
Or
Merid that you made a deal with
Potentially.
to essentially enslave your entire family.
Somebody swore his entire army to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Clearly, he's reminding that person that he will have the army. So, what do you guys want to do now?
We got a gate to lift, yeah?
Yeah, there's a huge, massive courtyard in front of you. The walls of Castle Ravenloft are over 50 feet tall.
Which means that the portcullis is like 50 feet tall?
No.
Or
the walls.
The walls themselves.
Castle
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could work on making our way towards whatever entrance he said he had found that he thinks we need to go through to get inside.
The weather begins to worsen, and dismal rain falls heavily, becoming a torrent.
Well, she had her shield up.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
Thick fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you can see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. The walls that enclose the courtyard are 90 feet high. The dark towers of the castle rise even higher. Doors in the gate towers on each side of the tunnel entrance are shut against the rain, but you do see two guard towers on the inside of the portcullis, one to the left and one to the right. So that they tells you that around the castle to the left and around the castle to the right, he's encountered two iron portcullis that seem to lead deeper into the castle grounds, but he has not been able to get in.
Find the servants' quarters? Is that what we're
Yes.
looking
So
for?
I'll ask him, from the outside. Oh, you were raising your hand.
No,
You finish what you're saying.
Okay.
That's why I have it raised to remind people.
Okay.
If I have a question.
I'll ask Sethig,
Just by looking at the outside, would you be able to pinpoint the general area of the servants' quarters? Where might a servant of Strahd stay?
I saw a small building located on the north side. I could barely see it through the portcullis. It looked to be some sort of a carriage house. I imagine that where a carriage might be parked would be close to the potential servant's side of the house.
Okay.
The crowd.
Which portcullis would be
It's
close?
the one to the left. That's the north side.
Let's go to that.
Did it look like the guardhouses were occupied from where we were?
Doors are closed.
Okay, so there's like
And you-
there's no windows or like arrow slits on it or anything like that.
There are some arrow slits in them.
Is there any
in windows?
Light coming from inside them?
No light.
Okay.
Completely pitch black.
Didn't figure that they
Do
would.
you want to look in?
No, I'm not putting my face up against that arrow slit. No, thank you.
All right.
You've seen that movie before?
Which movie?
All right.
All of them.
Any castle
As
scene
you
movie?
guys skirt around the left-hand side of the front of the castle through the courtyard itself, a massive wall juts out to connect the outer walls of the castle with the keep. A 20-foot wide, 20-foot tall archway offers passage through the connecting wall, but is blocked by a rusting iron portcullis. As you approach it, ahead of you in the distance, some, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 feet in the distance, actually butting up against the walls, you can make out some sort of a small building itself back there. On the right-hand side, you see the huge castle Ravenloft as it towers above you. All of the windows are barred from the outside and well over 50 feet up.
Well, we'll see if we can get through this portcullis.
Yeah, I don't have the strength to be able to open this.
So I'll look
Yeah.
at Malorn and think, shall we try?
Say this sucker's 20 feet wide.
Yeah, 20 feet wide.
We got
20
plenty
feet
of
tall.
space. We can all get our hands in there.
Here we go.
From
I'm
the side that
gonna-
we're on,
Yes.
can I look through it and see any kind of mechanism on the other side?
Do a perception check.
I'm also curious how big the holes are in this portcullis.
9.
Looking around to the left and looking around to the right, you don't see any sort of a lever that opens the portcullis.
Okay.
You're looking for
And
something.
what was your question, Bill?
How big
See how it
the
opens.
holes are in the
They're,
portcullis.
they're about 6 inches.
So it's enough to get
No
your
squeezing.
hands
So
in.
there's enough to get your hands in it, but not enough to fit through.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Are we lifting?
I asked her what she was looking for. Can I see if I can find anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Take do a perception check.
5.
Yeah,
I don't see
you're
one
not
either.
Sure what to look for, but
You see a spot that looks a little broken on the portcullis, you tell them don't grab there, you might get tetanus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Looks really dirty.
so
That would be something you would
Malorn,
say.
Yes.
you take the right side, I'll take the left.
Okay.
Everyone else try and lift in the middle at the same time.
Cast
How about you
guidance
two
on him
step
first,
back
though.
and I go in large?
As soon as there is a gap underneath it, I'm going to try and roll under.
Okay. With Malorn and Corsic lifting on the gates, you guys can have advantage on it. Are you going to enlarge and
Yeah.
grab the grate? Okay. With the 3 of you guys, I'm not even going to make you roll.
Nice.
The 3 of you guys lifting as
Yeah,
a
I got
team
25,
actually can easily lift up the gate. Destiny rolls up underneath the gate itself and is on the other side of it.
Can I see any kind of mechanism to keep it open?
The walls on the inside are completely blank. There is no mechanism from.
Is there something to jam under here?
Any tables, chairs, doors,
Empty
anything?
courtyard.
There's nothing over here, guys.
I'm gonna grab Keela and rush through.
Yeah. Everyone who's not lifting, get under.
That's what they just did.
Yep.
well,
And
Sethig,
Sethig.
including Sethig too.
Sure.
Sethig will just walk underneath of it.
Can I like
I guess,
shift
yeah,
to the other
shift
side?
Self to the
Yeah,
other side.
easily enough. The 3 of you guys can,
Work
two
together.
of you guys can take the weight of the gate.
And-
Somebody steps on the other side, grabs it back up. Somebody jumps on the other side of the gate,
Yeah.
and the last person through the gate. And the 3 of you guys. Ooh! Are you just gonna let it go?
No, we'll let it get down to a certain point and then let it go because it's like
Well,
you can't.
we got our fingers in the grates, not at the bottom.
True.
So you guys are gonna lower it down
Yeah.
slowly
I guess.
and set
So it doesn't
Try to
slam.
be
Even
quiet.
even though she already did like the thunder
As
wave or whatever.
stealthily as
Okay, I'm just gonna ask these questions.
That was
You
a
guys
couple
just gonna let
miles
it
down
go?
the road.
Okay.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
All
It
right.
could have legitimately been thunder. You don't know. I mean, it was raining. Here's a
So you guys are standing in a small
True.
courtyard. This courtyard northeast of the keep is enclosed by towering walls. A stone carriage house with hinged wooden doors stands silent in the corner where the outer walls meet. Across from the carriage house, a slender wooden door reinforced with iron bands leads into the keep.
So if not the carriage house itself, probably the door closest to the carriage house
Mm-hmm.
could be closer to the where the servants would live
Well, this
in a regular castle.
Yeah. This door, this iron-bound door that is leads into the keep, the actual castle itself.
Yeah.
So carriage house.
Carriage house.
Yes.
carriage house.
Okay.
That's where we're kind of thinking servants' quarters are.
Okay.
We're gonna go in that way.
All right.
Stealthily, as stealthily as possible.
You open the doors to the carriage house. The double doors swing open to reveal a sleek black carriage fitted with glass windows and brass lanterns. Nothing else of interest. No other exits. It's on the outer walls of the castle itself.
Okay.
Is where the carriage
It's
is.
literally his garage. Where he keeps
So he would pull out of there and go through the portcullis we just came through and out.
Yes. Yes.
Can I check the carriage for anything? I want to open the door and look inside.
You open the door, it's empty. There's nothing inside.
There's no helmet in there?
No helmet. No helmet at all.
What do we need a helmet for?
That's the previous
Something
campaign.
else.
Oh,
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It's not in there.
So what are we doing?
They're checking out the garage right now.
Yeah.
And they're looking
They're
for a way
standing
into
there
the castle,
looking
but
into an empty room. It looks like to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is clearly not the servants' quarters.
mm-hmm.
These are not the quarters you were looking for.
There is a gate or a door into the castle itself right there in this courtyard. There is also a smaller portcullis or archway that seems to lead to the back of the castle now that you guys have come out of the actual carriage house. Directly facing ahead of you, you can see a door to your right that leads into the keep itself and a small archway like a person that would pass through into. You can just barely make out a small space directly behind the castle back there.
Back door.
Back door?
As you approach, you can see that there are iron bars across this particular gateway, and it looks like the only way to exit or enter this particular courtyard is from the doors that you can see. This does not look like it's a portcullis. It looks like it's specifically
Barred
been
on
barred
purpose.
off.
Okay.
But you can see a small courtyard directly behind the castle.
Anything back there?
Let's see, at the back of the keep, behind towering buttresses and tall boarded up stained glass windows, a small garden struggles to survive. Small flowers press skyward against the gloom. A pair of large iron gates blocks the way to some kind of overlook. So you can't make your way into the actual garden itself. It looks like you have to come from the castle.
What side of the castle would that be? The back?
This would be the very, very back. No, actually, that is the east side of the castle.
Let me give you a
Looking,
general
so there's an
layout. This doesn't
overlook
actually show
looking
you
down
anything
over
important.
Barovia.
You came in over here. This is north. This is east. You guys are now back here. This little spot behind it is the garden.
Oh,
the
gotcha,
overlook.
that's the
You're
overlook.
in this room. You can't.
Oh,
this
and there's the carriage
courtyard.
house in the
Yeah,
corner, huh?
carriage house in the corner.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
Missed out.
Very helpful.
Maximum like 36 damage.
All right,
Minimum was 6.
back to the door.
I think
Okay.
that helped.
You're
Let's
at
check
the door.
that sucker out.
All right.
Well,
See if it is unlocked.
Isn't that the one that you were saying was
For traps and
barred?
locks.
No, it's
No,
banded. It's a wooden
Oh.
door with iron bands.
would you like me to aid you
Nice
in this?
solid
Sure.
door.
Checking for traps and locks.
Sure. Okay.
With his assistance.
So one of you guys does the corners, and then the other one does the lock.
That's
Good.
what is that? Perception.
Perception.
Perception. So 23.
23. The door does not look locked nor trapped, but it does appear that due to the fact that it's constantly exposed to rain and whatnot, the door is kind of swollen shut. Looks like it might be a little bit harder to open, but not locked.
It's gonna be a little bit stuck, but
No, it's
Give
1
him
minute.
some guidance.
Okay.
So if
Get
you need
doors.
it, there's an extra D4, I think.
Crap.
D4.
Only if you need
Thanks.
it.
You could have asked for one, but
Well, I like to use my D4s.
then do it. You might need it.
I don't know if the guidance is gonna work.
Yeah, it'll make a difference.
Okay.
Lathander says maybe.
Let's try.
roll that.
It did make a difference.
It made a difference. Singular, plural, or singular.
Singular plural.
It's
The
okay.
one thing.
I'm hungover. Leave me alone.
Singular.
Oh.
You knew you were going to be here.
12.
12?
12.
Yeah, with a 12, you can shoulder the door open. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. DC on the door is a 10.
Oh, okay. Oh, you took
Yeah.
it back.
Slightly harder than a regular door.
Yeah. You shoulder the door open. It does make a bit of noise.
Mhm.
And as you come in, you want to do a check?
Yes.
Go ahead.
One of these is gonna screw you guys over the mouth.
Okay, not that one.
Not that.
Alright, so,
Says that.
dim light filters through a dust-caked window in the east wall. So it's a 40-foot square room. Looks like some sort of a servant's quarters here.
Whoa!
Let's see. A dim light filters through the dust-caked window in the east wall. A door next to the window leads to the castle's northeast courtyard. Everything in this room is coated with dust, including a large, heavy table in the center of the floor. A thick book lies open on a desk with an inkwell and a quill next to it. There is a broken door in the north wall and a staircase in the south wall that plunges into darkness. On each side of the staircase, a skeletal figure draped in gleaming chainmail stands sagging at attention, holding a rusty halberd.
So the weapon is in bad condition, but the chainmail is in pristine, gleaming.
Yes. Book on table.
Odd.
Is everybody coming into the room?
Book.
Yes.
Stealthily.
Stealth.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing I'm the first one in the room because I opened the door.
Yeah, true.
40-foot square room here. It's big enough to fit all of you guys. You walk up to the book itself. There's an ancient book that is weathered and brittle, but the ink and well are fresh. At the top of the left and the right-hand page is a message. Please register for your own convenience and that of your next of kin.
What?
It's a welcome book. Yay!
But the next of kin. I'll write my name down.
So that they know where you died.
You're going to come over to the book and sign in the book?
If she read that out, or because I wasn't looking at it.
Did you read that out?
No,
Okay.
I read it to myself. I
Are
kind
you
of
gonna
chuckled.
register?
No. He
Are
doesn't
you-
know who I am.
are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna-
write my name
Are you
down.
going to turn the page? Left or right?
I mean,
I'll turn it a page back to see if anyone.
You flip the page back. There are literally, you can tell, well over 100 names on both the left and the right-hand side page. All of them are illegible. More names,
Just kinda-
more
they're
names,
all
more
illegible.
names. Yeah.
There's not any
Yeah.
names you would be
As
familiar
you're
with.
flipping through the book, you realize that you got about that much of the book standing there on the table, well over like 4 inches, and they're just pages and pages. And the further you go back, the pages, the ink, just one page is like all the names
All
seem to be
black.
run together at one sort.
Can I go back to the empty one? That,
Yep.
And then flip forward just.
You flip forward a couple pages, and it's got the same message at the top of each page, but the pages are
They're
blank.
empty. All the way to the very back page. I just want to see if there's anything.
You attempt to open the very last page, and like the last dozen or so pages seem to be stuck together.
Gross.
I'll put it back the way I found it.
It just looks like time has gotten to this book. It's very
Lovely.
brittle and old.
So.
I'll tell these guys at that point.
The stairway that leads down and a door to your right.
I'll investigate one of the right hand skeletal figure with armor.
Do an investigation.
Check him out. I'm looking at the armor specifically.
Okay.
8.
The armor looks well kept, except for when like you kind of look underneath of it and up inside of it. The inside of the armor is all completely rusted, and you realize the skeleton figure is held together with wire and just standing on a stand.
So ornamental, maybe.
Yeah.
Clean, but
The outside.
yeah.
Tourist trap.
Yeah.
Trap.
I'll look at the other one then.
Yeah, same sort of condition on it.
Okay. And the weapons that you said were just
Rusty.
crappy.
Yeah,
All right.
they look really, really old.
Big sigh.
Maybe such simple deceptions would work on the servants of this castle.
Does there look like there's anything large enough in this room to conceal a dragon skull?
How big is the
Do a
table?
perception.
You said that's the only way out of this room is down?
There's a set of stairs down and a door to your right.
Stairs to the
So-
left, door to your right.
This is
Paying
where
attention
like
yet?
reception people would come in because this is where they'd all park their
14.
wagons outside.
No, there doesn't appear to be anything large enough to hold a dragon's skull here.
Okay.
So down might be to the quarters. The other door would lead deeper into the key.
Castle, probably.
Yeah. Boy, it's hard to say.
I'm gonna test, like, just in case. I know that I don't know if you explained what they were, because I didn't investigate the skeletons. But while he's investigating the skeletons,
Your outside map again. You came in a door in this little
Yeah.
tiny walkway, heading
Came in
back out this way.
that
There's
door.
stairs to your left, door to your right.
okay, so I'm over by as he's investigating the right skeleton, I kind of just like palm strike the head of the other skeleton, just
It
to
just shatters.
just to see if it's not super hard, like just like a tap.
As you tap it, the skeleton's head just gets stuck in a weird angle.
Okay.
The wire's still holding it on, but it's...
Yeah.
Doesn't
I've been
seem
standing in the
Now it
doorway
looks
this whole
like, now it
time.
looks like it's asking you a question.
And you've yet to answer.
I've been standing in the doorway just watching them walk around the room this whole time, by the way.
So, oh, out loud, so what do you guys think? Down or through the other door? Where would servants' quarters be? I don't know castles.
Does it say quarters or does it say area?
Oh, probably air. I don't remember now. What
I don't know. Where's the note?
I didn't get to it.
Hit it.
Look for it in the servants' area.
Servants area.
Good thought. Yeah, because why would it be in the quarters? Someone took it to bed to clean it.
See,
So that's what
you
they're
said
calling it now.
how did you describe the table again? Just a heavy wooden table.
A big, heavy wooden table.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a large, heavy table.
Okay.
But you could clearly see legs underneath of it.
Yeah.
And if you stick your hand underneath it, there's not like an illusion of...
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was,
Illusory table! Ah!
I totally would have done that. Like,
well, I was thinking about seeing if I
Mission
can move it to
Impossible
see if there's
style.
anything underneath it, like on the floor. But for right now, I think I'm already over at the skeletons. So,
Well, since servants are beneath nobles, maybe we should try the areas beneath the castle.
I like the thought.
and I'll take a step into the stairwell.
Oh, are you
Oh my
leaving?
god, you died! No, I'm just kidding.
And
Yes,
there's
new
no
character.
left under everybody.
But the rest of us do. Oh.
Well, I'm outside still. I'm like watching
Down
you guys
map
just
11.
meander around.
Alright. It's a dark, deep stairway that seems to go down 40 feet.
Okay.
And you can see just barely a landing down there.
Even with dark vision?
Well, I mean,
Staff.
the steep of the angle, or the angle that you're looking down is
Mhm.
fairly steep, and so you can just see like the foot of the stairs, nothing else down.
Okay.
It's 40 feet straight down, practically.
Okay.
Massive angle that goes deep into the castle.
Watch your
Does
step.
that inkwell have a cap? Is it sealed?
No, it's not.
You said it looked really nice, huh?
It's fresh ink and quill.
I would like to remove the inkwell and quill from the table.
Okay, it doesn't have a stopper on it.
Okay, I'm not going to put it in my pocket or something.
Alright,
I'm going
alright.
to,
Just
I'm
picking
going
it out
to
too.
move it from the table and put it anywhere else in the room.
Just to see.
The only other spot to put it in the room is on the floor. There's no other shelves or anything like that.
I'm going to put it on the floor behind one of the skeletons.
Okay.
It explodes. You're dead.
Yeah.
Easily enough, you pick
Activated
up
the
quill
Claymore
and set
mine.
it behind the skeleton.
Covered in ink.
So it's behind the left hand skeleton, the one that he
Poked.
asked a question to.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure enough. Absolutely. What do you guys want to do now?
So that way, if we come back into the room later, if it's back, there's somebody else in here with us.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it's magic.
Or it's magic. I like the idea.
Are you guys going down the stairs, or am I going to continue to stand outside of this room until
We're
you
considering
bye-bye?
going down, yeah.
I'm already in the stair. I'm not going down yet. I'm kind of standing there in the stairwell,
Looking
looking
down.
back, doing the exact same thing that you're doing. I'm like,
She lit
are we
up
coming? Are we going?
staff.
So we have light now.
You guys gonna
Yes.
close the door behind you to the outside?
Yes.
He shouldered it inward, yeah?
Yeah.
Does it look like it'll go back?
It will. Yeah. Looks like it's a sturdy keep door. It just looks kind of swollen.
We
I'm
should
gonna, like,
attempt to
come
help
inside
Doesn't
and
get
like
used often.
press it into the jam.
Yeah, it shuts.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Like our back door.
Alright.
I would
So
prefer it
everybody's
dark,
in the
but
room itself.
we don't have
Still.
the benefit of that.
So where were you standing?
I was.
He was in the doorway.
Outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was not going inside until you guys moved into the next room without
Until
dying.
we didn't all die.
Because, you know,
Alright, well,
Should we
you're
go
useful, but you're not
let's go
worth
down.
it.
Go down to the next landing and
Yeah.
see
Yep.
what we see.
I'll
Watch your
follow.
step. These stairs are very steep.
There's a.
Since the light,
Yeah.
you have the light, I'll
See.
work my way down behind him. If, well, unless those with dark vision would prefer to go in front of me.
I was gonna say, he's gonna block all the light because it's so massive.
That's not how that
I
works.
think that is supposed
Sure it
to
is.
be.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so to the left there's something marked.
Look at
Yeah.
Okay, so it opens up into both 60 jumps.
Yeah.
The drawer
yeah.
under the
Perfect. That
stove.
makes sense. Let's do that.
The conditions of the staircase is it damp? Is it wet? Is it dry? Do we have any difficult terrain issues going on?
It is dry
Okay, so like no leak.
and clean.
But the room above was
The
dusty
room
as
above
ever.
was really dusty.
So
Okay.
we know enough
Servants
about
do.
vampires
Clean.
that they like dark places.
Okay.
I'm gonna suggest we go upstairs to find servants' quarters. I feel like Strahd would want to reside below. I mean, if it's dirty up above, but clean down below, wouldn't.
That's a really good thought.
Seth will speak up. He wasn't always a vampire, you know.
Plus, well, we tromped around in that room before looking for prints. I don't know if we could still look and see if there was any evidence of tracks. At least the
It'd
door
be
we
a
didn't
lot
go through.
harder. It'd be a lot harder since you guys had already.
How about the
gone
door
in.
that we didn't check out? No one went near it.
Yeah, you've got to
Take a look.
Do a perception.
Oh, nice. 19.
There does not appear to be any trail that has been through here that you could pick up.
But truthfully, you know, what kind of servants do you think he really has?
True.
Anything alive?
It just seems really clean for.
Down there. Yeah. And up
I don't
here is
know.
really dirty, so
Oh.
no one comes through this way. But it doesn't
I know why
mean
it's
that
clean.
servants area doesn't.
Why is it clean?
I know a way that it could be clean. Could be a slime.
Another cube.
Yeah.
Or just had, you know, one of those spiritual servant.
I mean, I'm
Things going.
relieved because I like that it's clean, but I'm also.
What?
Go in a different place so I can roll.
Well,
Pick.
I'm.
Door or stairs? Door or stairs?
I still think down, maybe.
Yeah,
Stairs.
we're already going down the stairs.
Go down.
Stairs.
Cool.
She
Roll.
goes down.
Random encounters is that where you're rolling?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
that's
never
not high
understood
enough.
that about that movie, and here I am. Why did you choose down? What the fuck?
I mean, in the end, it made it so she could actually solve the maze. And
I know, but it just was like,
Only because she was saved by somebody else.
right? Otherwise, she would have died
Mm-hmm.
a horrible death.
Yeah, it's not high enough. Oh well. Okay, so you reach the bottom of the stairs. Who's going first? It was the barbarian? Okay. To your left, there is a stone archway leads into another room. To your right is a long hallway. Which way are you?
You hear a from down the hallway to your right.
Okay, so the long hallway, there's a
Would think
lab.
servants would be
So you're gonna
crying,
look
not
that way?
laughing.
Strahd's not there. Why would they be crying?
Well, obviously I'm going to look that way first because I heard a
Okay.
noise.
This
Yeah.
hall stands in deadly silence, other than the laugh. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot-high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposefully down the corridor toward you.
Well
A
then,
giant shadow.
moving towards us.
I'm gonna tell
The
everyone.
figure is casting a shadow because the light behind it is
Oh!
low.
Silhouette, gotcha. I'm like, that's terrifying.
I'm assuming that this is about when I would reach the bottom of the stairs because I'm lagging way behind them.
So,
I'm gonna stay pressed up against the wall.
alright, so I'm at this, is it like a T intersection or does it continue like 4 directions?
It's straight ahead of you is 20 feet and it's a solid wall.
Yeah.
20-foot wide hallway.
Oh, okay.
And then you've got
Hallway
left and
goes
right.
to the right, and then there's the archway to your left that leads to
Alright,
the different.
The figure is approaching you from the right.
Yes. How far away is the figure?
He's a good 30 feet away
Does
right
her
now.
light
30 feet?
illuminate anything?
Looks like he's about halfway down the length of the hallway.
Are you guys
Alright.
fully coming out of the stairs?
I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
quick glance to the left through the arch.
Okay, perception.
Okay, it's gonna be a 14.
You pick out dark shapes in there, but they're not moving. You would kind of register them as like wine barrels.
Okay.
And you come down off the stairs itself onto the room. You turn and look to your right again as the figure in the middle of the hallway stops as you've just stepped out of the stairway right in front of it. Is everybody going to come down the stairs into the hallway? Who's going to stay on the stairs?
I'm gonna stay on the stairs with Keela and just kind of hold my staff out so people can see.
To light us up.
Okay.
Ow.
There
Oh,
is
you're
a
upstairs still, then.
very,
I'd
very ugly looking figure standing in front of you. Seems to be about 4 feet tall, haunched. The left side of his face is covered with lizard scales. He has ears of a panther. His left foot looks like a duck's webbed foot, and his arms have patches of black fur. He looks up at you. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in your room? In the tower?
What room?
Well, let me show you. Follow me, please. And he starts to walk past you, turns and looks up the stairs at everybody standing on the stairs. Guests, shouldn't you be at your room?
We were actually looking for the servants area.
Clearly, you found it.
And what is your name?
My name?
Yes, who are you?
Cyrus Bellevue.
Cyrus Bellevue.
Greetings, friend.
Great. Please follow me to your room. And he starts walking
Excellent.
up the stairs slowly. He gets past most of you guys and stops at the top of the stairs, turns around and sees if you guys are following.
Are we following?
Well, I'm sorry. No, he didn't do that, did he? No, he does not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He does not walk up the stairs. He motions you this way. It's faster. And he starts walking down the hallway and he reaches down and he grabs his lantern. And at the end of the hallway, you can tell there are three doors on the right-hand wall, one door on the left-hand wall, and one set of double doors at the end of the hallway. He's pointing towards the door on the left-hand wall. So the hallway itself is 20 feet wide. It is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet long.
Is the hall he came down?
Yes, towards
Originally?
you guys. He has walked back down the hallway. There was a lantern sitting on the floor that he's picked up, and he's stepping over to the door on the side, and he's opened it up, and he gestures into the door. This way to your rooms!
I'll ask him. You said a moment ago that this is the servant area? Nice. He's an ugly cuss.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's one of the Bellevues. They're all ugly.
Yeah.
Please stay close.
Question for you, Cyrus.
To your rooms, please.
Sure.
He's gesturing to the. Are you guys going to come down the hallway towards him?
Well, I was gonna continue to follow him. As we're walking though, I would say,
Actually, Cyrus. It was Cyrus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, Cyrus, we heard tale of your master's great victory against the dragon Argynvoist. We were hoping to see where he keeps his trophies.
Do a persuasion.
Is there any way I can help with
dang
that?
that's a 10.
That's a 10?
I was
Okay.
waiting to see
He,
if you were gonna answer her question though.
He looks at you
Okay.
a little confused at first, and you like my Master Strahd?
We are his guests here.
Deception.
Not really deceiving.
Wow.
15?
There's still fries. You guys are getting so lucky over here.
Oh,
Since you're
I
in the-
forgot. Those are from last night. Sorry.
Then you should return to your rooms. The Master will be along shortly.
Well, do you know when? It's been quite some time.
No?
Well, then how do you know it'll be soon? We could be waiting for ages.
Well, that's soon.
But Cyrus, I've never seen a dragon. Do you have a skull down here? Can I see it?
Do a persuasion.
Mm-hmm. 9.
He does something. His head slightly turns towards the two double doors at the south end of the hallway, and then his eyes snap back to you, and he, please, to your rooms, this way.
So it's down at his end of the hallway?
Yes.
I'm going to make my way that way, as though I'm going to follow him.
I'll step in between him and her.
He's just gesturing to the door that he's opened up. You can see a 30-foot long hallway, and at the end of the hallway, you can make out there's a spiral staircase that leads up.
Well, I mean, as she's going that way, I'm getting between them so that...
He's just standing there and gesturing towards the
I'm
thing.
going to mess.
As you get closer, he actually moves into the hallway, and he's gesturing. Please come this way. Stay close. Stay
I'm
close.
going to message Destiny. He looks this way and motion to the doors.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything stirring the mists other than our movements?
No. Oh, no.
I was just like, this is wigging me out. The fact that it's like up to here. I'm just like,
It's up to there on him too.
Yeah.
4'6", so I'm like, I got like,
That's
I'm gonna pull Keela up on my back.
so.
Because
Right in the mist.
Okay.
Piggyback ride.
Be at
Okay.
half movement.
That's fine.
So I don't know that he made the motion, do
No.
I? It was just
Yeah.
them. Okay.
then I don't.
He's motioning to you, Malora.
Well, I mean,
when she started moving opposite the direction that he was indicating, that's why I stepped in between.
There
I
isn't
didn't
enough
see that
room
either.
for you to move opposite of the direction he's indicating. You have to move towards him.
Well, that's why I was asking.
So
He motioned
there's
to a
10
door.
feet of hallway beyond where he's currently got the door open to the double doors.
Not to scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
you guys came down the set of stairs here, and so he's standing right there, motioning towards this
Into that
door,
door.
and
but he indicated to her accidentally.
He
that,
looked
Yeah.
that direction.
yes.
And that's where she was going to go, was continue that way.
But there's not really much way you can
All right.
block him from seeing her
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
really
If
obvious.
he went through the doorway,
He's not gone through the doorway if nobody else has come up to the door.
No,
If
so
nobody
I
else
guess
has come
if
to
she
the door,
went that
he's
way,
just
I
gonna
went
stand there
around
and
him
let
too then.
Then he's gonna start walking into the doorway and come along, be swift.
So
there
I'll,
are lots of deadly things about.
so I'm gonna go ahead and walk forward, and
He's
I'm
in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna walk through the hall as he's indicating. Like, is he still standing there holding the door?
He
waiting for
seems to be
people?
standing in the middle of the hallway, waiting for everyone to catch up.
Okay, so
There's
I'm
not
gonna
many choices here.
yes,
So you're gonna.
I'm gonna
go
walk
up to
past.
him.
I'm gonna basically go as he's directing
Hold
me.
on. Just, I want to wait to see what everybody else is gonna do
Okay.
before I do any further with you. Right this second.
All right.
I'm gonna. So I've messaged to her, and I'm gonna walk up to him. So I'd be next to
So
Corsair.
you're gonna go into the hallway that Cyrus has gone into.
So we were at the stairs, and
Mm-hmm.
so he's gone down that hallway into the door. He looked
Yes.
over his shoulder at that. So, but
Past him.
it's super narrow.
Right. So Corsic walked up to him and turned and went, or
You have a 20-foot wide, 70-foot long hallway. You guys came down a set of stairs. He has turned down the hallway this way.
and
He
he's
stood there and waited for Corsic to get up to him. And as Corsic and everybody started filing down the hallway, he actually started walking down this hallway over here. Corsic is now in that same hallway with him as he's standing there looking out the open door, waiting for the rest of the group to currently get there.
I am making my way down the hallway. As I get closer to that doorway, I want to message Corsic and say, going for the double doors.
Okay.
So when she tells me,
Hold on, I need to know where everybody else is.
That's
I'm pulling out my shovel, and I'm going to, as I approach that, I'm gonna wedge it under the door. The one that the ones that he went through. I
Okay,
just want to get
the-
it stuck under the door.
Okay. You
So
pull
I'll
out your shovel and stick it underneath the door.
So
Are
it
you
can't
going
be
to
closed
turn
back.
down the
yeah, I'll
hallway?
go with him.
Okay.
I just don't want that door closing.
Yeah.
I'm going
That was
to
fun.
walk up to Cyrus with Keela on my shoulders, and I want to say to Cyrus, "Those are some fantastic ears. Where did you get them?"
Okay.
I was following her,
Yes.
so,
So
just
are you?
walking.
You're just walking down the hallway. You're now
Not going in the door yet.
You're not going in the
No,
door.
she was heading towards the
Okay.
double door, so I was
All right.
following her.
Cyrus turns to the wall, grabs a lever, throws it. Two stone slabs slam down into the square where you are, and Arab is. The whole floor shakes for a second. You can feel weightlessness for just a moment as you guys are rocketed up through the entire castle. All you two see is the light was there, and then it's boom, gone like that. I need a Constitution saving throw from you three and Keela as well.
He did say faster.
Well, I'm throwing up. That was a 5 for me.
You are unconscious.
Cool. And a 17 for Keela.
She is fine.
you pass out and she lands on top of you.
I was
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of hoping to. Okay.
It's alright.
There was no reaction.
12,
to
you
her.
are unconscious.
Neat. Corsic?
I got a 15.
You are actually awake, and Cyrus is going to fall asleep.
Even knocks him out.
Yeah. All right.
great.
So let's see. Destiny, what are you doing?
Does it wake me up?
You two are boom. You guys feel this smash of something that hit the floor down the hallway from where they seem to have vanished. You hear all this grinding and groaning and all these gears and all this random stuff. No, that does not wake you up.
I'm
Okay.
guessing the walls were the counterweights to pull this thing up.
So, are
let's
we
see.
all still together, or are we separated
No,
now?
we're
Separated
separated now.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Good clean fun.
Well, actually, those of you guys inside the thing, I guess, are supposed to roll initiative, and then you get one round to do something.
So he has an action and Keela has an action.
Correct. So, what would be the one action that would like to do?
Who?
You.
You're not asleep. in
You're
the
awake.
elevator, right?
You and Keela get a round
Don't wait.
right now to do something
Okay,
while
so
it's going up.
so currently, essentially, what it is that we're in, but we're essentially in an elevator.
Yes.
You're in a
Dumb
big
waiter.
box.
Yes.
Okay.
But you have no idea
Slammed
what this
down
is.
and
You
you
just
felt
disappeared
going
from our
up.
view all of a sudden. and
Yeah.
people passed out and what the fuck?
Gas flooded in and tried to put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gas.
Well,
Okay.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
magical mist.
Oh, I didn't hear
The
that.
middle 10-foot section of the hall is a cleverly hidden elevator compartment. When the trap is triggered, 2 steel portcullises drop from the ceiling at lightning speed to seal off the compartment, trapping those creatures that triggered the trap. An instant later, the closed-off elevator is propelled up the shaft, up a 170 feet tall hole.
Holy crap.
Everyone inside must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or fall unconscious.
Who else is in the elevator with me besides?
Cyrus, Keela, Destiny, and Eric.
And
So
you
you're
and
all by
Keela.
yourself. You and him, or
Yep.
Yep. What are you gonna do?
Split the party.
So
Good fun.
I'm.
He's done with the healer.
Are there anything to
Yeah.
is there anything to grab onto on, like
He's
on
a
the
healer,
walls?
There's 2 stone walls and there's 2 iron portcullises. So yes, there's the bars, but there you could clearly tell like granite flying by at
Yes.
speed. You can't like get your hand around it without losing your fingers.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will I'll try and grab Keela and basically go up against one of the stone walls that isn't flying by at high speed, like the actual elevator wall. And I'll try and kind of just like brace, because I don't know what's happening, so all I can really do is brace for impact.
Protect her.
Let's protect her, because she's the only person that's still conscious. I can't really drag. I can, but I instinct.
You're gonna
you know.
protect the little
I'm gonna protect the girl because she's also there, and so and I'll tell her. I'll say, brace yourself. We don't know when this will stop.
As he grabs Keela, she's already latched onto you, so they both drag you across the floor.
Okay.
Okay,
And that
fair enough.
That is enough to wake you up, but I
Cool.
would like you to do a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. I'm gonna make a ruling here. Just
It's not bad actually.
No.
I got a 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
With a 16, I'm gonna say that you get to call highs or lows, Jarrett.
I'm so bad at this. Highs.
Okay. With the way you jumped on top of Keela to like save her and Destiny, and the elevator comes to a complete stop. You're kind of staggered back trying to hold on to Keela, and you slam into Arrow, which actually wakes him up.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I
Hey,
gave
no,
you a
we're all awake.
50-50 odds of whether it was Arab or Cyrus that you woke up by potentially getting jostled inside
Yeah.
the elevator coming up.
Nice.
So
So when we come to, has the elevator of sorts
the
stopped?
elevator has completely stopped, and the 2 portcullises raise up.
I'm getting
We
out
just
of there.
erase the shovel.
And you know where that puts them.
No, it's downstairs. I can grab it for you.
Right there.
I'll pick it up. I like trinkets.
Takes
Yeah, it's there. It puts them in.
The shovel's down there with us.
So it's you, Lauren, and Shovel.
see,
Yes.
apartment
Yeah.
takes one round.
I'm gonna double door that may or may not help you.
Well, maybe it'll come back down for us.
There's K48.
Oh, thank you.
He seemed like he was being friendly, so you know.
D47 is map 6. All right, let me put those of you that are in the elevator on hold for a minute while I deal with Flora and
Fair enough.
Lauren.
Go for it.
You two, yeah, the rumbling, the shaking, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. A little freaked out, concerned that, our party members just disappeared
Yeah, literally
into a
just disappeared.
stone wall inside the doorway.
Well, yeah, well, it was an iron portcullis. Sorry.
Oh.
What did you do?
They
I don't
disappeared.
know.
So his shovel is holding the door open. For the moment, I'm going to leave that there.
Okay.
Static is with us, right?
Yes.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
Something's
I
still
think
there.
it's good.
Sorry.
Holy
I want to establish
What are you
that
trying
now.
to say?
3 and 3.
He's
That's
like-
what she said.
I can't
He's like,
protect you?
Holy smokes, that's a heck of a trip.
I think I just gave myself a Charlie horse in my hand somehow. Like, I don't
What do
even
you
know
mean
what the heck
trip?
happened.
Where'd
I
they
was just
go?
trying to, scratch my head or
Sounds like
something.
they went up.
Oh,
Jeez.
sounds like it went on for a while.
Yeah. It does.
Well,
You're
We're
standing in
here
this.
for one thing.
we
Check
are.
out the door.
And why did you think that it's this way?
Well, when I asked him about it, I caught that he kind of glanced toward the doors and then looked back at me.
Well,
Of course there is.
of course there is. Damn it. Well, we can check it out while we're here. Apparently, we're not getting that thing down. I'll take a good look around in the hallway, see if there's a mechanism that we think might bring this elevator back down. They're not. 15. They're too happy.
15. Perfect.
Right.
I have that. Okay.
Too excited.
I was gonna say, hopefully, if you
We're taking a look
Excuse
at
me.
to
Very
see.
nice. Sorry.
Really? That's freaking hilarious. Okay, so you guys, are in this 20-foot wide hallway, 70 feet long. You have 2 doors behind you, 3 doors behind you, and a set of double doors at the end of the hallway.
Do you realize that, though? I'm going to poke around this end of the hall and see if there's any mechanisms or buttons or something that might make me think I could bring that elevator back down.
Taking a look around in the hallway itself.
Yeah. All right. And the portcullis is still down with what, solid stone behind it?
The portcullis is not down. The hallway is completely empty.
Oh, that they
That they
We're
were
in.
in. It slammed
Look in
down
there.
and then it actually rose the floor up.
the floor
out,
up.
it's
And what's
just
in there now? Just a,
What's in there now is a slight recess where you imagine that the stone floor would have been.
all right.
So you got a 10-foot square section. The next 10-foot square, there is a solid granite block that had just slammed down in that recess.
The counterweight or something.
Ahead of you is another 10-foot section, and then there is a set of spiral staircase that goes up and down.
Oh, there's a staircase in there.
Yes.
We took the faster way.
That's interesting. And the portcullis is
Portcullises were
Open
not
again?
there. Sorry, they were just to close off the room and then
their
they
room.
vanished. Yeah.
All right, it was their vantage.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, we could follow them up, unless you want to go look where you think he was indicating.
I mean, we're right here. I
Yeah.
feel like we should check for it at least.
I'm willing.
So we don't have
Yes.
to make our way all the way back. I mean,
Are you with us, Sethig? Can you help us
I mean,
poke
yeah.
around on this next room?
Yeah,
You guys don't
absolutely.
even know if we're
I'm
alive
here,
or not,
and-
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can help you guys in this room. if
And
you
this
need
was
to.
our mission, was to get this.
If we can find this and then find them, we can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
So you were going in the room with the double doors.
Yeah.
I want
Did you
Seth to
spill
check
something?
the door first.
No, I
Oh.
brought them out in case they're kind of greasy.
Oh, okay, cool.
But,
He
do you
made a
guys have
big
sour
mess.
cream or anything?
There's some sour cream on the door, I think, in the fridge.
Yeah, we'll check out that door.
All
The
right.
double doors.
Do a perception.
They're also very hot stuff.
See if it seems safe to open. 3. Well,
Perfectly safe.
yeah. Well, I guess it'd technically be a 7, but
You're
Still. literally
inside Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Perfectly safe.
perfectly safe doors. I'll open them.
Okay. You do open a large, the 2 large double doors.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Yep. I know. I heard. There was something in there you guys were very happy about.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
All right. Dark stains cover the floor of this area. Large oak tables, scarred and beaten, lay scattered like toys about the room. Their wood crushed and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. The walls and 20-foot-high vaulted ceiling are sickly yellow color. Not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they are adorned with the bones and skulls arranged in a morbidly decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from these mounds to a chandelier of bones that hangs from the ceiling above a long table constructed of bones in the center of the room. 10 chairs made of bones and festooned with decorative skulls surround the table, resting atop which is an ornate bowl-shaped vessel made yet of more bones. The doors to the north and south are sheathed in bone, but the steel-banded double doors in the center of the east wall are not. Those are the doors that you came through. Above the eastern doors is mounted the skull of a dragon. Standing in the middle of the room, as you open up the 2 doors, a vicious, undead-looking creature draws its long sword as the doors burst open.
Vicious, even.
This is Strahd's bone room.
Skulls for the skull throne!
Yeah, basically.
He rushes up to you and hits you twice and starts a fight with you.
Starts a fight.
Yep.
I like a challenge.
Of all the
As
people
my
for an
flaw
undead
says,
thing to
violence is
start
the
a fight
answer
with.
to a challenge.
Bill, you would recognize this undead as a white.
Sweet. Hope I blocked those
And
for
he
2
hits
hits.
you with his life drain.
With the
15?
sword?
No.
Miss. Damn. You said he swung the sword at me.
You did.
He does have a sword, but he reached out and grabbed you with his other thing instead
Alright.
of
He
that.
tried to.
You can still do another attack. A longsword attack.
Exactly, white.
No, it can use its life drain and
Oh,
use
right,
up
you're
one
right.
of the longsword attacks.
It attacks you as well. No, it doesn't.
Fire that one, Jesus.
Despite what's happening,
Alright.
the DMs are also welcome to the taquitos.
What were your initiative scores?
6.
And yours?
8.
Wow.
He said it was safe!
Oh, and Sethic, he rolled a natural 1.
Cool.
Of course he
So
He
did.
said it was
that's,
safe!
that's an 8.
Malorn Sethic. Okay, cool. So it gets to go again. And it does the same thing. It tries to life drain you and cut you. Life drain.
Is it a surprise attack, though?
21.
Like, you guys didn't really... You came to the...
21 hit.
Probably.
Make a Constitution saving throw as you take 8 necrotic damage.
Well,
No.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
What was your Constitution save?
Not so good. 6.
Cool. Your maximum HP is reduced by 8 until finishing a long rest.
Right.
And then it cuts you.
Tries to.
Tries to. 14. Not going to cut you.
No.
Alright. Valorn, you hear your cleric scream out in pain.
Ow, that tickles!
I want to Misty step behind it
Okay.
and then try to shocking grasp it. I don't know that I've ever seen one of these before.
Do you consider that metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have advantage on the attack roll.
Nice.
Woo! 27.
Little bit.
Just a couple of D8 of lightning damage.
Ooh.
That is 14 lightning damage.
Ow.
Do you do extra because of your... It's only a spell of first level. No,
Okay.
but thank you. I
Alright,
did forget that.
and that's all then, Valorn.
Alright. Damn, Jim. Choices.
Still got 2 towels over here if you want to partake of any of them. We're pretty much demolishing these.
Yeah, they're going quick.
I guess I'll get one before it goes away.
What kind are they?
Beef and cheese. I did the thing!
I'll be okay without it.
Ah, come here.
The other thing is that they're hot.
That's why I like them so much. They're so good.
Breathe like a retarded guy.
That's not PC.
All right, I'm just gonna. Well, let her know. Well, you said it's skeletal, huh?
It's a
It's a
white.
white. You know, it's an undead thing. Don't let it touch you.
Wearing studded leather.
Studded leather. All right. And I will do a sacred flame.
Dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna use the 12 to see if it would be better. That's the one I almost grabbed. Yeah, it would have. Fails.
So,
7 radiant.
so if a dwarf wears armor, is it considered stunted leather?
Oh my god.
Yes.
No.
Something.
He's going to reach out,
Well, others cut
tap
the sides.
Malorn on the back, and heal him for 7.
I go with that. Thank you.
No, he's not. You can heal him for 1 because your hit point maximum is reduced by 8.
I wasn't at max.
No, you weren't?
No, there was a fight.
Yeah. I was
Already
at.
hit you today?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
With the
cool.
Myrmidon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Number 1 is going to turn around and do the same thing to you. Only
There's more than one?
natural 20.
Shit.
Now she teleported behind it.
Oh. Well, you said number 1, that's why.
Well,
Well,
What's labeled
it's written
as
down
number
as
one?
number 1.
Okay.
You might want to repeat that.
what was that?
I heard it.
Natural 20.
Oh, Lothander says no.
Okay, well luckily I rolled 2 of the same number die, so I'll just take one of those, which was max. 8 points of damage, necrotic, and 8 points reduced from your hit point maximum.
No, just gotta make a saving throw.
Oh yeah, you gotta make a constitution saving throw. Sorry. I got ahead of myself. I got excited.
23.
Never mind. You're not
8
reduced.
points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Oh.
Damn it. And then I cut you.
Constitution is one of mine.
No, I don't.
Alright, now one more, and then I'll need the rest for.
That brings
Yeah.
up you, Valorian.
Cool. I didn't like that. I'm going to shocking grasp him again because that seemed to work. 20
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
20 number.
20 a lot.
20 low. 9. And then I'm gonna Misty Step somewhere else.
It's black and oozy.
Good.
Somewhere else. Do you want to Misty Step further into the room that you came from, or further out into the hallway?
Onto the table.
Nice.
Okay.
The bone platform.
Yeah.
Sure.
Malorn.
All right.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Well, I guess the real question is, do you consider the table's space to be occupied by the table?
Oh, she's on top of the space.
Well, the space the table would be in is occupied by the table. So
Yeah.
It's just an unoccupied space.
She's occupying the 5 feet above the table.
You guys are trying to
Alright.
spin semantics to your favor. and It's like, no.
Well,
I
Your
will.
system is 3-dimensional as well.
You know what?
She's controlling the 5 feet above the table. The table is controlling the 5 feet above the table.
Does
Well, if it's made of skulls, it gets very
ranged attack or ranged spell attacks have any negatives if I'm
Yes.
like point
Yes.
blank?
Yes,
Yes.
disadvantage.
No, well, that's not worthwhile.
Sure it is. Do it.
Sacred Flame is an attack.
It did just get shocking grasp, so it doesn't even have a reaction.
There's
You really
that,
wanna know.
and I
Oh,
have
shit.
seen it do
That's
that.
Oh, well.
Oh, you could have just moved.
That's okay. Let her burn 2 first level or second level
I
spell
don't care.
slots.
Run away!
She's a wizard.
Well,
She's
I
got
know
like a
how
billion
that.
of them.
And, you know, I've played,
Whatever.
worked with her before,
You
so
probably
I
did.
would know that, right? That it has no reaction, or
Well,
probably
you-
wouldn't attack me if I
It
tried
looks
to
a
move
little
away.
It
shocked.
looks a little stunned.
It looks a
Yeah.
little shocked.
So I will do that. I will move
Sorry.
into the corner over
I don't
here. Lauren's on the table.
Yeah.
I'll move into the corner and I will do guiding bolt at it.
Alright, roll the hit.
Nice.
20 something.
Oh, yeah.
20 a lot? Yeah.
No, 20 a little.
20 a little.
Okay, well that's a hit anyway.
And
So those are the options. 20 a lot, 20 a little.
These aren't particularly beefy.
And there's 20 eh.
yeah. That's why I'm using the first level spell. So
Oh, how'd my wallet end up down there?
It fell out of your pocket and then you slowly slid it over with your foot like 10 minutes later.
16 radiant.
16 radiant?
Slide ahead, check.
And
It's
it's glowing in
It's
poofs.
dead.
Huh, I should have opened with that.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause with Maloran and Florin for a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Maximum cliffhangers.
Maximum amount of cliffhangers as
I
possible.
feel bad about it. I left the goblin in a box for 3 hours last night and ignored him.
I didn't know you guys had kids.
All right.
That was Casey.
So,
No, I have a Casey. It's almost as annoying as a kid.
Ugh.
I think it's a different kind of cake.
Where in the world?
What is that?
Could be dust from.
No. That wasn't what I was about.
Oh, you still like the flavor?
It tells
I do. It's just kind of watered down.
Well, those ones are specifically watered down.
Then it's
Oh.
The small ones are watered down.
Oh well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
I like that one.
It's better.
What, this one?
Stopping just
I like.
beneath.
There's like 2 of the flavors I don't like.
So it's
Well,
One of
pineapple,
them's
orange
sounds
mango
really
was
good.
like
Yeah.
pineapple orange mango.
So
Can I see the back?
Oh, sorry.
Here.
So that's
Nutritional facts.
there.
Oh yeah, I kind of have
So
Actually, it's got no.
It has less than
No, I don't think
the regular ones by
Oh,
a
there.
lot.
Literally, like,
Oh,
in
14.
here. So it goes
So it's down.
one
In
Not
comparison,
Sickle.
It's not bad.
yeah.
It's
In
not-
comparison to the ones out there.
Right there, and then they have this
I
door
just
thing.
texted
That was a
her
lot.
about
But how many
Friday
servings
night.
are in
Yes.
that can?
I was
Probably
literally
2.
right underneath this square.
Nope, it's 1.
Because that's what these are. Is 2.
Yeah.
So that probably
Okay.
is.
So, as the elevator comes to a stop, the iron portcullises are still there.
No, they raise up.
They raise up. Okay, yeah, they out of the way. Where did they go then?
They're magic.
Okay, sure. We'll go with that.
It's
They're
FM.
also facing this way and this way, so maybe that one doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the iron portcullises go up. You can see like a 5-foot deep ledge, and there is a door to the left, and looks like a set of stairs that lead up and out.
So only one way out of there?
Yes.
Getting out of there.
Okay.
Before I get
I'm gonna stagger to my feet because I got woken up by him slamming into me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a quick second to. Well, I mean, she's lashed on to Destiny, and so Destiny's starting to get the heck out of there. I'm gonna walk over to Mr. Cyrus, and I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of his neck, and I'm gonna slam his ass against the wall of this elevator.
Boom! He comes to.
You have 10 seconds to tell us where we are and why you brought us here before I stab this through your head.
And I have the bear spear, the broken spearhead.
You're at the top of the elevator shaft.
That's not what I mean.
Uh.
Where in the castle are we?
The top of the elevator shaft.
I'm gonna take the Corsum head flail and let it dangle.
Do an intimidation.
Can you do it at advantage? Because I'm already like doing something to his
Okay,
head.
that's good. Intimidation. I don't have proficiency, but that's a 14.
Like, you see his eyes. This thing is clearly insane. It's probably been subjected to worse things than what you're showing him right now. He seems to be unfazed. He's probably completely mad. In fact, and he just giggles nervously.
Okay, so
Various parts stitched all
You know this castle. What lies beyond the doors?
indicating the doors to the elevator. Like,
What is on this floor?
The top of the elevator?
Maybe if you take him outside of the room, he might be able to process more.
What do I see now that I've stepped out? I did make
It's
sure.
just a quick set of stairs that leads up about 10 feet to a small platform.
While they are interrogating Cyrus, I'm going to take Keela up the stairs.
You think this leads there?
No, these stairs are this.
There's another lever that dumps everybody off the top of the tower.
I'm not pulling any levers. I'm not
Legitimately
shooting any buttons.
taking us
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
Where
The
did
top
Castle
of the
Raven
tower.
loft?
Yeah.
Where did
like
Castle
this
Raven
door
loft
right
and they're
there.
separated?
yeah.
This door goes that way.
Okay.
Daddy's not home.
Gotcha. That's
Thank God. We're a party.
Thanks for being here.
And I'm sorry, what did you say that, Julie?
Taking Keela with me
Okay.
while they're interrogating. We're gonna step out, go up the stairs, see what we can see.
Alright. You come to a dark landing 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. A cold draft of wind rushes down the spiral staircase at the north end of the east wall and whistles mournfully through the room before streaming down the stairs to the south. An ornate square rug covers the floor to the south, which is directly above the top of the stairs. Set into the west wall is an iron-bound wooden door with a wooden trapdoor set into the floor in front of it. Hanging on the north wall above the trapdoor is a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a serene yet penetrating gaze.
Does it look like Strahd in a former life?
Does anybody else want this?
It does look like Strahd before he becomes a vampire.
Wow.
So I'll tell Keela, I think I found his old room.
So, I will, how do we get back down?
After we go to our room. You have to hit the lever.
Fun with that.
And where is the lever?
Down.
There's stairs.
So I think you ought to just carry him
There is one.
for the remainder of this
here.
endeavor.
I'm really close to just killing him.
He still knows things.
Doesn't seem to.
I mean, what you do is you, and I say this with the greatest of regrets, bear hug him so he can't do anything while carrying him down the hall so that he continues to provide information as necessary.
And give away our position.
Well, if he goes to, then you just crush him to death.
So what I'll do is I will,
You say all that out loud?
Yeah!
He's gonna bite your hand.
Yay, finally. That's going to be an 18.
yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Is that gonna make me let go of him, or?
3.
No, roll initiative.
3 piercing damage.
Test it if you want to roll initiative.
I'm not involved. I'm not
Okay.
in the same room.
Well, you're on the stairs that lead into that room where they're
If you want
currently.
to
What
do
did you
anything
get?
else, it'll
I got a
You wanna go
22.
all the way up to the
Yeah, I wanted to go all the way up.
Okay.
Then you did 3
Roll
damage to me.
initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Did Ara get involved in this?
Yeah, I am very involved.
What did Ara roll?
16.
I'm a little distracted.
16. Okay.
You're also gonna have the.
We're really splitting this up.
Yeah.
You're gonna also get
but
because
you're
Kilo
only 10
went
feet from the
or
other.
Destiny went all the way up. You're gonna wind up actually having that because she just stepped on that. All right. So as you step on the rug, it
Yep.
Another one of these. Oh man.
So, question. If she's piggybacking, does that mean that, like, she's out the top of it, not completely covered?
No, the rug is big enough; it gets both of them.
That's unfortunate.
So I went across the room to the next set of stairs.
No, you come up the set of stairs, and there is a ornate rug at the top of the set of stairs. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I pictured it differently. Okay.
Yeah. When you come up to the stairs, that's
Off
why
the last
I
step
said
is
like
the first-
twice that you were on the stairway.
That's the room you're in. The rug is on 47. As soon as you step up
Okay,
the stairs,
I
you
thought it was like it just in the middle of the room because like I'm not gonna walk into the middle of the room. I was gonna skirt the edge, but okay, if it's at the top of the stairs, it's at the top of the stairs. It's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
So I'll deal with you in a minute.
That's fine.
Corsic, he bites you. What do you do?
Well, I have a weapon in my hand, and he just attacked me, so I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Try to stab him with the spear. Go for it.
He tried to hurt me and my friends, and he's continuing to. So he's obviously hostile, and I'm gonna kill him. So if I can, that's 22.
Yeah. That's
Which
okay.
the okay, spear right there. Okay.
One-handed spear is 1d6 plus your strength.
Yes, that is correct. I'm not raging yet, so even though I should, because I'm really mad, but that's okay. So it's going to be 1d6 plus yeah. So it's gonna be 7 piercing, and then I'm gonna do it again.
Attack him again.
There's
just gonna stab him again.
Shake.
That's gonna be a 14.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be 10 piercing.
He is very bloody. Arug.
Yay! Is there a way that I can actually hit him with the flail without hitting him?
Well, I'll just like stab,
Yeah, like,
stab, and then like toss him to the ground
Bring
or
it
something.
like up or over the top?
Sure, you can roll for it, and if you get below 10, you hit him instead.
Neat.
Boy, that'd be ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
14.
Okay, you hit the one you're aiming for.
Nice. 1, 4, 7.
7. Alive.
Yay! I'm gonna hit him again. 14.
Okay.
Oh wait, that was the first turn of so I still have the dread ambusher thing I can
He
do.
has 2
He
HP
still has
left. Are you
sneak
going to do more than 2?
Yes.
He's dead.
Yay!
So
So
he's
the
all like
heads are stuck together.
He doesn't have 2 heads. He has 1.
He does
the
that.
I've got
flail, the head flail,
with
the flail head,
with the
head. Yeah.
climbing pittons
Yeah.
sticking out all over. So it's just-
So you are grappled. Until this grapple ends, you are restrained, blinded, and at risk of suffocating.
Okay. I would like to try to ungrapple.
Did you roll your initiative?
Yes, 10.
What was it? 10? Okay. Oh, are you?
No, it's
I
fine.
don't think it's
I will roll for the rug then. That's okay. That was my roll.
That was mine.
Oh, go
That's
for
what I
it.
said. I don't think you want yours.
That's fine.
Alright.
So at the start of your turn, you're going to take the damage from the
Smother.
rug.
Smother.
Oh, it's already going.
Yeah, at the start of its turn. Yeah, so it grappled you. You're going to take almost minimum damage, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Is Keela also taking this, or?
You know.
Well, you're right. I'm just wondering because she's not part of the initiative. So at that point, it's
You can have her own initiative if Julie wants to roll initiative for it, but
No,
then that
at that point, I would have made sure that she was not involved in that, so she would not
she's
be,
already involved. So
Well, she would not be on me if I was
Mhm.
being...
maybe you set her down on the stairs as you stepped into the room.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
I would have
Okay.
tossed her away from me as the rug was coming up, so that she was not involved in that.
Set her down and
She
then
had stepped
stepped
at the
into
bottom
the
of the stairs
room,
and you two were
thinking
like,
to
"Where'd
leave
she go?"
before her,
Yeah.
and that's when the rug got you.
Something along those
That's fine.
lines.
Sure. All right.
Theatricality.
All right.
She's not
She's
in the
going to. What's her attack bonus?
+3 to her dagger.
She's gonna try to stab the rug.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she hits the rug. Sweet. She has an ally within 5 feet of it. So she gets to do her sneak attack damage. Oh, wow. That max damage. 11 points of damage to the rug. And you are going to take 6 of that.
how does it feel that your
So the
own
rogue
characters
takes
are
6.
now doing damage to you? Like
That's it. You can hear her on the outside. So you want to try to escape?
there's like a knife that just punctures through the rug, like right
Yeah.
there, like
So you
No, it gets her.
roll an
Huh?
acrobatics.
Is that 6?
oh, it did.
Acrobatics.
Or acrobatics.
Oh.
So, like,
Oh.
It's a restrained-
Last time I checked, rugs don't bleed.
This is a child.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
She may have cut a few rugs on it.
Disadvantage on dex save.
Check.
Blinded. Automatically
If I
fail
can't
any
tolerate it from
ability
him,
check
I'm not going to
required
tolerate it from you.
Detect a disadvantage to the targeting your head advantage. Okay.
Alright, what'd you get?
25 acrobatics.
You
are out
from
from
the room.
Squirm.
Good. Alright. So does that take my entire turn?
Yes.
Well, that's
Okay.
your, yeah, that's your action. You still have a bonus action.
Well, I
She just
don't.
like wall jumped out of the rug.
I'm gonna
It's
make sure that
squeezing,
Keela's
so
not anywhere
that's why
near
I was
the
like,
rug.
She's on the stairs and kind of like back down a few stairs after stabbing the rug.
She just like
Okay,
dolphin
I'll
kicked
make
out.
sure she's not anywhere near the rug,
Exactly.
Put
but
yourself between her.
Do that or
yeah,
like,
I don't have a
Rug
bonus action I
again,
can take.
just
so it's
standing
fine.
and like
Try to attack her
to the
again.
ground.
Yeah.
Rug tries
Yeah.
to grab you again.
Rug tries to come over and
She does her best slime imitation.
does not.
Keep doing anything.
No, she's
Destiny.
I would like to shred the rug.
okay. Roll to hit.
Seriously? 13?
That hits a
13 hit
rogue.
rug.
You do not have an ally. She went down.
He's not. He's
I'm a
good, though.
swashbuckler. I don't care.
Stay down.
It's one of them with or without situations.
26.
26. Its life flashes before its eyes and pulls
Oh
back
my
together at the last
God.
second.
Fine, I will slash it again.
Offhand attack.
Offhand attack. 17 to hit.
Dead rogue.
Good.
You just carve like a Z in it.
Do a D.
I do.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you got the rapier, like, and
D
then
or a T? Isn't your name actually like Tahornagage or
Yes, it
something?
is.
But we don't know that.
Alright, so you have taken out the smothering rug at the top of the spiral staircase that led out of the trap. You have taken out the mongrel folk that was inside the trap, and you guys all go up into the 20-foot wide hallway. This is the only way out, right?
Before I leave, I spit on his corpse.
Look at these staircases.
I'm gonna leave the head
So
stuck to it.
the staircase that leads out of the trapped room goes up to the landing that has where Destiny fought. There is a door, a wooden door, and a spiral staircase that leads up. That is it. You guys are on pause.
Yes.
Let's go back to those two.
Okay.
Woohoo! So, you guys are in the Hall of Bone with all the wooden, all the bone tables and all kinds of crazy stuff. There are 2 doors that lead out of this particular room, as well as the dragon skull that is mounted above
Big
the
as
door.
the skull.
The skull itself, excuse me, bleh.
You do go blah blah blah.
I can speak. Fairly big. It doesn't actually say how big it is, but it looks like it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna weigh 250 pounds. That's what the book gave me. The skull weighs 250 pounds, so I imagine it's a big enough skull that it's at least large size.
Roll it.
I can carry it. Probably, I would imagine.
And it's currently mounted above the door.
Yeah, I can probably reach it too. If not, I'll grow bigger if I need to for a second.
You do that?
That's
Yes.
You have enlarged on your character?
It's not that big, but I can just, well... No, I was thinking something else. Never mind. The disguise self is
Yeah, that's
illusion.
illusion.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. I can get bigger or smaller. But it's only a disguise.
So, Florin and Malorin in the room, with all these bones and this skull and this white that you just...
We need to get that down.
Yeah. Well, drag the table over.
Good luck. It's
Yeah.
a 40-foot table.
Yeah, 40-foot
Oh.
table made of skulls.
I gave you a map and everything.
he only has to lift one end of it. Just
Lift one in and...
Wait, how far from the wall is it?
Well, I mean, can I reach
It's
this
on the wall, mounted to the wall.
How high is the room? I think is the question.
And can I reach it?
It's a
The
garlands
table.
of skulls extend from the mounds to a chandelier of bone that hangs from the ceiling above a long table constructed of bones. I mean, honestly, it's like a cathedral, so it's well 30 feet,
You misunderstood
40.
me. How far is the table from the wall?
over 10 feet.
15-ish feet.
Yeah.
Can I stand against the wall and use gust of wind to push the table?
No. The table is too big to physically
It's
move.
40 feet long and
Yeah.
made of skulls.
He wanted to let
skull
me
bone
move
is
it.
dense.
Yeah.
Not bird bones.
All right.
Can you do like a running jump?
Yeah, that's
Off the table.
How high you set up the skull is then.
It's mounted above the doors. It doesn't give me a direct thing, so I'm going to say it's 10 feet above the doors. 10 feet from the floor to the skull.
Well, I can touch it. I can physically grab the bottom of it, the
Yep.
jaw.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I can
can't
reach
really
up
lift
to
it.
what 1.5 times your height, right?
Yes.
I'm 7'8".
All right,
Yeah, I can touch it. Well, I'll see
stand on her shoulder.
if it's how loose it is.
Okay. You reach up and grab the skull itself, and you're trying to see if it'll wiggle
it's
or
gonna
move.
come
It's
loose.
fairly well mounted up there.
Climb up me and see if there's a way to get it loose.
Okay.
Stand on my shoulders.
Can I climb up on
I'll
the shoulders?
pick her, put her on my shoulder or whatever.
Sitting
let
on her shoulder or standing?
standing if she needs to.
Acrobatics, Floor.
Oh boy.
I can steady her a little bit.
Set
If
the
it's
sitting on the
guidance.
table laughing at you.
Right.
10.
10. Yeah,
That's good enough.
You're
to stay
trying
there,
to
but-
stand up, and you're kind of like losing your balance a little bit, but you reach over and grab a hold of the skull. So you are standing on Lauren's shoulders.
How's it mounted? Can
Yeah,
we get
how-
it off of there?
How is
Do
it?
an investigation.
Oh Lord.
5. I'm really not familiar with
Yeah,
mounting
yeah.
techniques.
You're more worried about falling right now
Yeah.
than anything else.
Taxidermy is not your specialty.
It's not. We don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess let her back down and
No, I'm up
Something-
here. I don't
giggle
wanna...
in. You have any ideas?
Does something have any ideas?
Like how we can get this thing down? Is this what we're after, for that matter? Looks like a dragon skull to me.
It looks like Argon voice.
Good to know.
A little worse for wear.
Yeah.
He's seen better days.
All right, I'll let those two ponder for a minute as to how they might possibly get this dragon skull off the wall, and then we'll go back to the other group. And you are in a 20-foot wide hallway. There is a wooden trap door in the floor, as well as a spiral staircase that leads up, and a wooden door on the wall across from you.
Are either of them trapped?
Do a perception.
I will help you.
Was the trapdoor even open, or is it just closed?
It's closed currently.
But it's showing how it opens.
Okay.
It opens.
That's
Yeah. it's close.
perception modified 20.
Neither the door or the one in the floor looks like it's trapped. However, in order to get close to the
check mark.
door in the floor,
All the way down.
roll initiative.
I guess that once.
Modified 20.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll pull it right here.
Be my only 4th level spell for the day, though.
Yeah.
Kira up here as well, still, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, said rolling.
That would definitely get it
Oh.
loose.
I do
All right.
hear. No.
Oh, interesting. So that is the only thing it can do. That's interesting. So I need everybody in the hallway to make a wisdom saving throw. I believe that is.
Just happened downstairs.
I don't know.
Wasn't
We're not
listening.
there.
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm rolling worse than you did.
All right.
I've got no idea, and I'm standing right there.
Keela too as well. Please. All right. Corsic.
9.
9. Okay. Arrow.
Real quick question for the Durgar Resilience. Is it illusion, charm, or paralyzation?
Illusion.
Okay, so then I would have advantage on it.
And Destiny, what do you get?
That's
17 for me, 16 for Keela.
Okay.
Better.
And Arrow.
that is a 21.
Okay. Bright flash of colors happens, and Corsic just zones out. It emanated from the portrait at the end of the hallway.
Sure.
You can see Strahd in there actually casting yet another spell. And who you got initiative?
What were your initiatives?
20.
20. Yours?
16.
14.
20, 16, 14. That works. Okay, Arg is up.
Was that the only one who failed?
Yeah.
I'm going to take
That's
out
better than-
my hand axes. One of them, the magical one. I'm gonna walk up to the portrait and just try and take the edges of the hand axes and dig them in and drag them down.
Okay.
Roll it.
Roll a hit.
Okay.
Picture.
And magical one is a 23.
Yeah.
That is 8 magical slashing.
Okay.
Okay.
You put a tear in it, but the figure of Strahd is still.
Sure. The non-magical is a 20
Hit.
for 8 regular slashing.
Okay.
I'm going to use the Dread Ambusher.
Okay.
That is 20.
Hit.
No.
No?
They're not finesse nor
Oh, okay.
ranged. 1, 4, 7 Magical slash.
You slash, and with the last one you bring it down in the middle, and that breaks through the hands itself, and Corsic snaps out, and the picture just.
Very nice. I'm gonna start like ripping the shreds out of the frame so that it can't be put back.
So is it kind of just like, to me, was the experience just I blinked and it was over?
Literally.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden
he's up there.
You saw a bunch of pretty colors, and you're like, whoa, and then it just ended.
Is there anything behind where the
No.
okay
Wall.
Can I break the frame off of the wall?
No, it's seems to be well mounted on the wall itself.
I don't like that. I excavate as much of the painting from the frame as I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna stuff it in my pocket.
Gotta be a way to get
You stuff the whole painting in your pocket, like all the shreds of paper and stuff. What the heck?
It's canvas.
Yeah.
We never know when
But
to
that's probably a lot of canvas. Like,
I got a back.
on it and see if I can get a better look.
Yeah, because you're still up on my shoulders, huh?
But it is dark in here, so
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it
trying
does
to
come
see
up
if I
to
can
that platform.
get a better look.
Down 20
it's like
feet
stick
from
your,
that.
the light staff in one of the eye sockets or whatever it is.
Or
Yeah.
Katrina over here too.
This is map 6,
Yeah.
this is map 10.
Oh, that was in the catacombs.
Oh.
2
I
through
don't know if we want to go down there though, any deeper.
Without
map
The
8.
full
all
party.
of us?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean even when we get
10,
back together.
9, 8, 7.
We did say
So this
we would
goes,
take a look.
and then down 20 feet from that 6.
Well,
so
we can always say we couldn't
it
find her.
goes down to.
Is that something that you would do though?
So
I don't know.
Would you lie about that?
map 6 goes up to map
Not really.
7.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Haven't found her, yeah.
That does go to
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. So
But we
yeah, you
also
guys are in
didn't realize
a
we weren't going down there.
20-foot wide hallway with one door and a set of spiral staircases that lead up. What do you guys want to do?
Is this still us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Sorry, they're still trying to figure out how to get the
so
thing
the
down. Unless
room-
you guys have a solution.
I was going
Just
to
go
like try
closer.
to put my light closer and see if I can't get a better look.
Okay, do
Just
an
how it's
investigation at
secured.
advantage then. So taking your time to do it.
That's better. 16.
There does seem to be iron brackets that seem to hold most of the weight, and it looks like it's wired onto these iron brackets.
Wired on?
Yes,
Can I try to untwist it?
you can begin to do that process. Yes. I'm going to roll to see if whether or not a random encounter happens while you guys are starting to do that, and then I'm going to continue on with those guys.
Keep a watch.
Yep. So Sethig is there. He goes over and he closes the 2 doors to the hallway so to give
No.
you guys some privacy. And
Picks up a piece of bone and starts whittling it. He's waiting for you guys to hurry up.
all right.
what
but
bones? Where did you get
you
that?
You guys are still in the 20-foot square hallway. Well, it's 10 feet
More of a
wide,
room,
20
isn't it?
foot long. 10 foot wide, 20 feet long.
So it's there's a door and a trapdoor.
Yes.
So
And stairs.
So you came up the stairs. There
Mhm.
was 10-foot section of floor that had a rug of smothering on it. Then there's another 10-foot section of floor. That 10-foot section of floor has the stairs that lead up, the door that leads to a room, and the portrait all on that 10
And the
foot.
trapdoor.
And the trapdoor on the floor.
Okay.
It's a very
So-
busy 10-foot square.
Yeah.
Up to go down, door, trapdoor.
Well, you would figure that the trapdoor would lead right back into the room that you guys were just in, which would be the elevator itself.
Well, I can check that. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. It's not trapped.
Yeah.
Now you open it up and you
There
can
it
see
is.
the
All right.
elevator trap and
Oh.
Okay.
So
Cyrus'
like
dead body.
somebody could throw stuff down at you from above. Ugh.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
So
You want to wedge that
With
closed?
I mean,
Oh.
it doesn't matter now because we're not in that room anymore.
Yeah.
I'd say try the door.
Yep.
Okay.
So you already checked for traps and locks on that.
I didn't check for locks. I just checked for traps.
Okay, we'll check for
I'll try.
locks.
I'll try the door.
Locks because we have him.
Yeah, I'll try the door.
Okay.
Oh, I need to
It is
mark off
unlocked.
my rage.
I actually think that's one.
I just want my rage.
What do you want to do?
Open it slowly and peek
Yeah.
inside.
That's pretty much.
Sneakily.
Trying to do it stealthily.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, then roll a stealth.
I guess.
That's good.
I guess you guys are opening it.
Yeah, we're gonna open.
Be careful! Everything in this room comes to life and tries to hurt you.
That was a 29 for stealth.
She inspired you.
As thunder shakes the tower, heavy beams groan under the weight of the ceiling. 3 ornate lanterns hang by chains from these beams, each casting a dim glow. The carved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass in steel latticework. A bookcase sits on the east wall between 2 doors. Plush, overstuffed chairs and couches are placed about the room. The fabric has faded with age, and the pattern it depicts is nearly gone. Lounging on one couch is a handsome young man whose attire, while elegant, is worn and faded.
He's alive?
He's lounging in the... She could see him. He's lounging in the... He seems to be just...
Notice us?
Doesn't seem to...
Does he seem awake?
You just sigh.
Yeah, he's
Visibly
he's
sigh.
awake. He visibly
You can
sighs.
sigh in your sleep. Like is he facing the door? Is he facing away from the door?
He seems to be looking more towards the windows than the door.
Who are you?
Oh shit.
He sits up, looks over at the door.
I'm gonna step away from the door.
As soon as he says something, I'm like flattening myself with Keela up against the wall, like, no! Shit!
We were Scooby-Dooing apparently. Perfect. Because we both like looked in, and you're just like, what are you guys looking at? Who's that?
I'll actually walk through the door so that he sees me, not them.
He jumps up and he looks completely surprised to see you. He recovers very quickly. Right now, apparently no one. Who are you?
I'm not.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking at you guys for any support here. I'm kind of just thinking.
Are you guys trying to stealth?
Yeah. As soon as he said,
hell yes.
as soon as he said something loud, I was just like, nope.
I am another guest, apparently.
22 for me, 10 for Keela.
Okay.
18.
Well, why don't you have your friend step into the room and we could talk for a bit. I'm quite bored. I've been here for some time without company.
Have you now?
My name is Escher.
Escher?
Escher.
It's a trap.
You see that the third finger on his left hand, he has a very shiny ring, and around his necklace is a pendant, a ruby pendant, large ruby pendant.
Here's your room. Have you come in and put yourselves on there. Just in case.
Please, just bring your friend in. She smells divine.
If it's all the same. Got it. Not so subtle hint drop there. So he's there by the window, or over there on the side.
Actually, I forgot a thing
There's a
that
couch.
you eventually noticed. Yeah, he's on a couch, and that's another door.
No.
So
No.
I'm pretty much gonna be right here, and obviously there's no sense in pretending that they're not there, because he knows. Did he say that phrase in any
Yes.
weird way, like she
smells divine?
Yeah. So
He did go beforehand.
yeah. So if it's all the same to you, we're a little paranoid being in this castle. So I think until we decide whether you're friend or foe, they'll stay where they are.
It's not paranoia if they're actually
Oh.
going to get you. Just
Hey. Well, if I had been expecting such large amounts of company, perhaps I should have freshened up a bit. Please. He gestures to the table, and you can see there are some wine glasses there on the table. He says, have a drink. He sits back down on the couch, reclines a bit.
So I don't.
I'll roll my eyes at you.
So,
I'm pantomiming kicking him.
I'm kind of looking around the room.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple steps forward, but I won't make any motion to sit down.
There's the bookshelf, very fancy. His clothes would have been extremely fancy if they don't seem to be so old. I think really, really old clothes. The necklace around his neck looks really expensive.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's a noble. And it's not Johnny, is it?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Huh? He introduced himself as Escher.
Escher, yeah.
He's not a halfling. He's a
He's
human
not a
male.
halfling.
Okay.
He's a human.
Just
looks
making
like
sure.
it.
Just making sure.
Disguised self. Ooh-ah.
I think not. I don't accept drink from vampires.
You don't have to be rude. As I said, I've been alone for quite some time, and I'm starting to believe that Strahd has fallen out of favor with me. And so any company is better than no company.
Strahd has fallen out of favor with him?
I believe he's getting tired of me.
What does Strahd do with things he gets tired of?
He locks us in the basement. Fate I'm not looking forward to, as you can imagine. Now please, have a drink and stop being so rude. Invite your friends in. At least then we can converse with someone a little more pleasant nature.
That'll be their choice.
And he'll walk up and he'll... how many chairs are there?
There are 3 couches and 2 chairs.
So I'll sit in the one across from him.
Okay, yeah, you should sit. It's a comfy chair enough. Well enough.
So, I'm trying to think of like what, because he's not going to care if he's rude, because that's part of his thing. I am ignorant of cultural and customary
I get
differences.
it.
So
the vampire
yeah.
doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
orcs, so
Yeah.
he's just gonna he's bored and
So-
lonely.
so
Real
he'll sit down and chuckle and he'll be like,
He leans forward and grabs a wine glass and sips it.
what does it look like is in the glass?
Red liquid.
Red liquid. Yeah. So he's not gonna touch it.
Okay.
He's heard how some people talk. He's been around some nobles sometimes, especially now that he's in Barovia, and so he'll say things like "with respect." So, with respect,
I will decline a drink.
Fine. If you're going to be rude and such bore, then you might as well take your friends and just leave.
Where does that door go?
gesturing to the other one.
There is no other door.
You just said there was. He wrote it on the map.
Oh.
Or it's this. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, sorry.
Where does
Terribly
that?
sorry.
Where does that door lead?
To my private chambers now. If you would please leave me in peace with my wine if you're not going to invite your friends in.
Very well. I have no desire to stay. However, we need to know how to get back down.
Good luck with that. You're not going to converse with me, then why should I offer you my help? All I wanted was your friends to come in and have a conversation. You're quite rude.
I am. Sometimes it is endearing, though I suspect someone like yourself, obviously not. I mean no ill will. I am just very paranoid.
Bully for you.
I guess I stick a hand out to Keela and see what happens.
Stick a hand out to Keela?
Yeah.
To do what?
To I motioned to her that me and her were gonna go in because he said they.
Okay.
See if she wants to come with me.
She does not reach for your hand. She will only destiny. Right?
Yeah.
So I will pantomime to Keela so that, we're not giving away how many people are out in the hallway.
That's all.
Safe. Go with Eric. It's okay.
Do a persuasion.
I'm screwed. I'm rude! 6!
She's shaking her head like this.
Nope.
Okay.
What is it that nobles talk about?
How would I know?
What do you mean, how would you know? Your clothes are faded, but you're obviously someone of importance.
Oh, these? Well, these were given to me by my benefactor.
I will slowly walk into the room. He is quite foppish, but he does not scream noble to me.
Foppish.
Oh my,
Yes.
you didn't tell me that you traveled with such fine companion.
I'll make sure Keela is behind me completely.
Ah, there's the one I heard earlier. Hello, ladies. Please, come in. Have a glass.
Due to my constitution, I would rather not.
Our constitution. What does that have to do? This is Champagne de l'Estampe, brewed in the year 1312 by the Wizard of Wine Winery. You will not find a better vintage.
I've
in all
heard
of
good
Barovian.
things. Unfortunately, there have also been bad things. I cannot say with certainty which of those would apply.
Well, surely this is a good thing for me since I've been so godforsaken bored.
Well, we seem to have different natures. What's good for you may be bad for me.
That is definitely true.
If I may ask, why have you not gone around to other parts of the castle? Have you been here the whole time?
Would you look at this place? I'm quite comfortable right here.
But apparently bored.
In my head, I'm
I
like,
just have had
no
to
wonder he's
talk
bored.
to you for a very long time. Like I say, I'm terribly afraid that Strawn has grown weary of me. He is currently set on some godforsaken campaign of destruction and doom. The man's ego never ceases to amaze me.
Seems terribly boorish.
Yes, he's been out of the castle for quite some time now. Something about raising an army and invading the Shadowfell. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Makes no difference to me. Mentally locking that away.
You wish to get down? What?
In a less swift manner than we arrived.
Well, first you must go up. And then you will find stairs that lead you down.
I'm guessing the stairs were in the other smaller room I keep forgetting about. I keep thinking there's just a trap door and a door, even though you've explained it like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
The spiral staircase continues upward. We came up to a landing and went in there, as opposed to continuing up the spirals.
oh, see, that was my comment.
There you go.
Okay.
That's fine. That's all it takes.
Okay.
Just teamwork.
First step to recovery is admitting you
Makes
have a
the
problem.
As you guys are standing there, you see a flash of lightning. Do a perception.
Q-straw.
Oh shit. 14.
I got a 17.
Corsic, when the flash of lightning happened, you could see something moving along the roof on the outside, beyond the windows.
Okay, so I'll kind of glance at it, and I'll turn back to
He
Ether?
glances, Escher.
Escher.
He glances outside and he rolls his eyes. Who would be out in this godforsaken weather?
He was about to,
Tends to make one sizzle.
I was about to ask you if you were expecting any company.
Clearly not, as I'm stuck conversing with you.
You wouldn't want to converse with Cyrus or anyone else that happens to wander?
Cyrus is mad as an old fool. I can't stand his incessant giggling.
It was quite annoying.
So after I saw it, I'm talking with him, but I'm definitely on edge.
downstairs.
But I don't know. I'm
So if you were to have fallen out of favor with Strahd, to avoid being sent to the basement, would you pit yourself against him?
Oh, that's a good one. No.
That couldn't hurt to ask.
Right. I'd like to see you turn against the one that made you.
I have a different destiny.
Well, not all of us are so lucky.
Seems as much.
You are boring me. Quite rude yet again. You are lovely to look at, but boring as sin.
Well, if I bore you quite so much, I'll take my leave. And I will edge back to the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this gets us nowhere. Let us leave and be on our way. Good luck with your solitude.
Good luck with your salad. Let us leave.
Meanwhile,
I voluntarily take 1 psychic damage.
Ow.
You too.
the darkness lets out a demonic hiss as a black cat darts out of the shadows, trying its best to avoid you.
Come back, kitty.
You're currently holding Florin up on
Kitty, no!
That thing kind of watches it go, but you guys have managed to undo both of the wires that actually hold the skull to the iron brackets, and the only thing that happened during the time frame that it took you to do that was the black cat.
Sweet.
Did enough checks to do both of them. So you've currently got it unwired from the mounting brackets, so you could potentially take it down.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Put me down,
Take it
then you
down.
can take it down.
You guys, with the three of you guys all combined, you can gently lift the skull up and lower it down to the ground.
Put it on the. Yeah.
Sethig pulls out some rope, runs it through the skull itself, and
With skull backpack.
makes it
Liftable.
Something
saleable
like it,
to throw
like
across the
Throw
doors.
across my back, maybe, and see if we
Yeah,
can fit it through all the doors.
He does grab your pack. He opens up a small pouch, kind of props it open for a minute, and he sets the whole pouch, your backpack inside of his whole pouch, and
Nice.
puts back it on his belt.
Those are helpful.
Yes.
Wouldn't want to
I
put that
want one of
skull in there or
those.
something.
Well, the opening of the bag is too
Yeah.
small for
I
a
know,
skull
I know.
to
I'm
get
enthralled by it, and I want one.
Yeah. Don't we all?
All right.
Better start searching.
So, with Lauren and Florin, where do you guys want to go now that you have a dragon skull strapped in?
Yeah.
Do we want to try to find the group, or do we want to keep exploring?
Abandon them to the
Flip the party
fridge.
and start.
We have
800 maps.
half of what we were after. I
Yeah.
don't want to lose the group. I don't know if we can make our way up to them. There is a spiral staircase in the elevator shaft, right? That's where it was.
Yes.
Good luck taking the
Would I be
large
able
size
to get a
skull.
giant skull through that? And
Not really, no.
Yeah.
so we may have to wait for them to get to us.
Yeah. So
I-
do you want to explore the other
We
room?
can try to
as well?
explore a little bit because we need to find. We went down anyway to get here.
They're all missing, presumed dead anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
there is
I mean,
someone
There was a
else
large
we're
thump
looking
at the
for.
top. You never
I think
know.
we could get a
There's a
large
body
skull
we're
there.
looking for.
Hasty.
If it were to scale.
I have an
it's
idea,
10
but I
feet
don't
wide,
think I
they
can
get us.
suggest it because that might be
it's-
better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the stairs are 10 feet wide, so I suppose you could get a skull slinging down them.
I'd rather
Slow
find
going.
the group before we.
Yeah.
Leave it
If
there.
we can get
I
the
feel like
skull
even
up,
Right,
then
if
we're
you're
gonna
so
go.
watch
carry weight,
Friends.
if as long as you're going in a straight line, your movement's not hampered. But if you're going up a tight space
You
like
know
that,
where
you're gonna
Logan
have like slow movement.
Who watched
That's fine.
Friends?
We'd be going slow
I see
and watching out
Anyone
for
know the
things
couch
anyway.
scene? Pivot.
Yeah, yep.
Pivot.
If you can make it up, we're going up.
So you guys head into the hallway where he was trying to lead you and start heading up the stone stairs. Map.
Looks like we assume that this is going to go the same route as the elevator.
Well, if by the
Right.
same route you mean up, then
Yes.
Yes.
It's following beside the elevator, so.
I think we'll have Sethig in the lead, I'll be in the middle, and you be in the back, looking out for things.
And how about we just skip all landings and doors and just go up as high as
we
we
just need
can?
to find the party, the rest of the party.
Because it went up for a long ways.
down.
I
So
mean,
we
we're
assume
gonna
it probably went all the way up.
keep our eyes open for anything.
Are you guys going to skip the stairway?
Yeah, we were going to skip all
We're skipping
landings
and
and
everything,
doors.
we're just going up.
We'll just go
We're
up
going to have 4.
as high as it'll let us go.
It's gonna take you a while.
Map
Well,
4
yeah.
Whatever.
will take you to there.
You guys are doing lots of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Lots of
fight was
stuff,
pretty short.
And it
You
keeps
had
going up to map
conversations
6.
and fights and
Yeah.
stuff and searching. So
We
we're probably
chopped up a
on-
painting
Actually,
and
yeah.
slashed up a rug.
By the time you were talking with the vampire, we were
Well,
probably
we were
on
unwiring
the way.
skulls.
Oh yeah, maybe that.
So
That's
fight
good.
it all the way down. I just
And
realized
lowering
this
this
might
skull.
be about the
Of
same
course, I
time
would
frame
definitely
right
say,
now.
as we were
I
leaving,
had that
as we left out of earshot of the other vampires, like
underneath the elevator.
My luck
that
is
made me far more
they'll
uncomfortable
find
than
the
any
stairs
fight I've ever
as we
been
get
in.
to the top.
It's
And then I
supposed
gotta
to
take
be-
the single
where
way
did,
back.
Point of order.
At least my
That
hands
door,
are
was
free.
it
I
open
can
or
ask
out?
spells. I still got my shoes.
Which door? Down.
The one to his chambers.
I've got light.
It just doesn't.
I would assume that it opened in.
This is. This
But I
is
don't know.
K21.
If there's a handle, I can
Ooh.
hang it hot off of it.
Goes
So
up.
if he comes to
I
follow
believe
us.
it leads right there.
Going.
Really weird. It just doesn't So the maps don't accurately describe some of this stuff to us, unfortunately. After researching
And there's literally 20 maps for this place, and
Yeah.
they don't have very good. This connects to this, like little a
Yeah.
here, little a here kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have to guess sometimes.
You gotta figure it out.
the
Or you
the,
put it
the
in whatever order you
stairwell
see fit.
that you guys do take up does lead you up to a
Well, quick, before we, because I said I would, before we head up the stairs, I'm going to grab his shovel.
You can try to grab his shovel. I'm going to say do an athletics with disadvantage due to the large skull on your back. Like you're trying to
Or I
bend
can
over to
ask them
grab.
to get it for me or something.
Okay, something will grab the shovel for you. I would like, though, Corsic and Era. Actually, never mind. As you are coming up the stairs, Era, somebody is coming up the stairs. That since you are outside in the hallway, still you have not revealed yourself to the
Yep.
person inside the room. You can hear someone coming up the stone stairs,
Also, there's a light source.
and there is a light.
With your insanely high perception.
Yeah, your passive perception.
I'm going to move stealthily across the space and press myself to the other wall
Okay.
and pull out the hand axes.
You can hear this slow lumbering kind of walking. Are you guys talking at all?
Probably not.
Okay.
We don't want to alert anything
All
to us.
right. As you guys come out of the room with the Escher, you could see Arag standing like this, right next to the wall, looking down the stairs, and you can see a dim light starting to rise up the stairs itself.
Make sure that Keela's behind me, like pressed into the corner, and I'll draw both swords.
Are you guys going to close the door to Escher's room?
I figured I'd be the first one out, so
That's up to
whenever
him.
he comes out, that's up to him.
How does the door open? Was it just open in or out?
It opens into the
It
room.
opens in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and as I go to leave,
Yeah.
I'll kind of give a sarcastic bow.
Yeah.
Like I'll just kind of be like,
Like a curtsy.
Yeah.
no, like it's like an
Like
actual
a-
bow, but it's kind
like-
of like a
Literally like this much of him, just like.
Yeah.
yeah,
Head and shoulders.
kind of make a
Knees and
show
toes.
of it, and then I'll close the door and then walk out,
So,
and I'll see everybody kind of going,
Freaking out.
freaking out, and I'll actually go and I'll stand like right up against where the staircase would come up. I'll stand to the side with like a weapon at the ready.
You might want to wait and explain that to them.
Yeah.
But that way he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And we know what he's doing.
I wasn't listening.
It's okay.
What?
Huh?
Eh?
I'm listening for noise up the stairs.
Oh, the same door they just went
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right. You're trying to be stealthy, so roll stealth.
Nice.
You guys coming up the stairs, are you trying to be stealthily?
Well, we're going really slow, so.
It's kind of hard to be stealthy when he's got the skull scraping against the walls of the.
What was your stealth?
13.
13. Is your passive perception higher than 13, Bill?
Oh wow.
Yes.
And you can hear something that moved from up ahead, the stairs.
I hear someone up ahead.
Am
Am I in front?
You are
Probably, yeah.
You can hear a voice, but
Would I be with-
if you mumbled, it's more like.
Will the 3 people who are already in this room put themselves where they want?
Where are the stairs? Is that marked as well?
So you're...
Okay.
That's the downstairs. The upstairs
Are
are
you elvish at all? I know just about.
So I'm gonna be put in the corner.
You mean the one that I said that I was in?
Oh, that's where you... Oh, I thought
I specifically stated to them I went into
wasn't
the
the thing
corner
you
and
were
pressed myself
I'm
against the wall.
sorry. I thought you were like
You're good. I'm
somewhere
just
else.
communicating now so that I don't erase you and move you elsewhere.
Now I'll try to be.
Then I'll be on the other side.
Okay.
Good luck.
Roll
I know.
stealth. You have disadvantage with the thing on your back.
And you.
So...
There we go.
I think it's only a +1. Yeah. 10.
Yeah.
I got a natural
You can
20 for
hear
my
something
stealth.
coming up the stairs.
Okay, so this door was the door to Escher's room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Sethig was leaving.
Was he? I thought he was in the back.
No.
Did he didn't.
Oh,
Pete Sethig is the last one. Where
gosh.
I gotta see the map to put Sethig on the map.
Okay.
I'm
Here,
drawn.
doing that.
Yeah, Sethig
Okay.
is not leading your particular
Yeah,
group.
it'd have probably been me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sethig is behind you, bringing up the rear.
Okay.
We're never going to get him to lead. As an NPC.
I tried. I said
I
it.
know.
Nobody argued with me.
Oh.
Era,
I wasn't there to argue with.
And
You're not going to do that.
Okay. So,
I did make sure to say that I pressed her into the corner.
as the light starts to come into view along the stairs, you can see a shadow of something large coming up the stairs.
With a crazy silhouette.
Yeah, some crazy silhouette.
Freaking
coming
Kung
out
Fu Panda.
the
Bruh.
big stairs.
Yeah.
Destiny, you're looking down there, waiting for Erug and for Corsic to just
do
jump
something.
into action. The door flies open, and out of the room, boom, comes the vampire spawn who tries to reach behind you and grab Destiny. But because
Keeler.
you're currently in the way, he's going to instead make the 2 claw attacks at you.
Man.
I got this.
Death to this bitch.
Natural 20.
How far away am I?
80 feet down the stairs.
80? What?
No,
If you can see
you
his
have to
silhouette,
be able
he's
to
like.
see
I
the
know.
target.
If you can see his silhouette, he's not 80 feet down the stairs.
Mirrors.
He has to be able to see
That's
the
not how
target.
shadows work.
It does now. I'm
God.
God.
Spiral staircase.
14 slashing damage.
No
Shit!
Shadows would be
Uncanny
way more
dodge.
terrifying if they worked that way.
And claws.
Oh!
It was 14
Mm-mm.
with a crit
15.
to hit.
What?
15 to
15
hit.
to hit you.
Miss.
Okay. Alright, roll initiative, everybody.
Okay! Yeah.
Not too shabby.
So, my mistake was primarily for the group upstairs. The spiral staircase that you came up that led you to the smothering rug is actually the same spiral staircase that they are coming up. We didn't realize that it went all the way down and all the way up. It's very hard to read on the map.
Yeah, one of your readings earlier, that was my understanding.
Yeah,
The way it
I
sounded
screwed
when
that
you were
up
about the
and
wind
I
coming in.
I apologize.
It's all good.
But anyway,
Literally not depicted. There's like a big black empty spot in the middle of the map, and it says this leads up to here, but a different map says it leads up to that big black empty spot, and that's where the stairs are supposed to continue.
Alright.
up.
Who
Anybody
got...
above 21?
Yeah, anybody above 21?
Got 21.
All right.
Just one yours or mine?
I rolled for it. But you
Okay.
can attack if you want.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So above 20 is just you.
Mm-hmm.
At 20, 19, 18, 17, 16.
16.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So you rolled lows.
The vampire got 16 too.
Yep.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Destiny. What do you want to do?
Burning hands
Burning hands
Rude.
at the
vampire
At the vampire.
spawn.
So there's the map real quick.
You see the map.
Yeah, I'm
it's
going
coming.
to burn him. It's going to be straight towards his door, so I'm going to burn the hell out of him.
That's a fail.
Sweet!
Flaming light from the hallway
Catches
above
I mean,
us.
Father's couch
Yeah,
on
you
fire.
hear the
Well, you heard a door slam open, and then like a vampire hiss or
13.
something, and then
13
sounds of
points
combat.
Fire damage to him.
One in
Okay, I
front.
will write that
Yeah.
down in a second. Anything else?
I imagine we're gonna go running up now.
Arug,
Aha!
there's something coming up the stairs towards you.
He's
you
like,
haven't seen
scrape,
it yet.
scrape, scrape.
It's moving
Don't
faster.
care. I'm gonna.
For sake of the people on the stairs, it's going to require your full 30 feet of movement to get up the stairs. Bill, being encumbered with the skull, you are moving at half speed.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
the front
you
of the
are
group.
behind Maloran. You cannot pass Maloran.
He's got
on
a
the
skull
stairs
on his
because
I
back.
of the
thought I was
skull.
in the middle.
Exactly. He's the front. You're behind him, and then it's Sethig.
How tall is it?
How tall is it? It's a spiral staircase, so it's going to be about 6 feet or so until you hit the stairs above you.
You can't go over him.
The skull is scraping, probably.
Yeah, he's basically hunched over, climbing these. I don't even know how you're doing this.
Hand over
Yeah, you're like
foot.
crawling with the skull on your
It's a
back.
really
Oh my
weird silhouette that we
god.
see coming up the stairs.
Exactly.
Jesus.
I'm hunter's marking Escher.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the non-magical hand axe and huck it at him.
All right. Roll to hit.
I just hope Seth made it so the snout was up.
Nice. That
So when
is
I come up the
9.
stairs, you see a dragon skull.
9
coming.
is a miss.
Yes.
9. Nine
yeah.
means no, you don't hit.
I'm gonna glance over my shoulder, say "fuck it," and run at him. Using, can I, as my interaction, pull out one weapon? Yeah. So I'm gonna pull out the other non-magical hand axe, and then I'm gonna try and hit him with the magical one.
Okay.
25.
That's a little bit of a hit, yeah.
10, 13 magical slashing.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Dread Ambusher with the magical hand axe.
Giving them medium.
Because they
22.
had me erasing stuff all day, so I didn't want to put too much math into it.
22.
Yeah, that's the hit. I'll fix it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 magical slashing. Well, pardon me, 2 of it is force damage.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Didn't figure, however. And then my offhand with the other. Wait, no, I can't do that because I've.
Hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that is you two. Then it's going to be its turn. It's going to try to claw at Arab.
Mm-hmm.
Came up. That's going to miss. And he's going to try to claw at you. My dice hate me today.
Wow.
Nice.
Everybody else.
Alright, so that puts it at Florin, Lauren, and Corsic.
So what can I
Corsik's
hear?
in the room.
You
We
can
should
hear
reresolve
the
this
sounds of the
first.
battle from up ahead.
I would assume
Said-
where we're at, the only
Corsik's in the room.
fighting
We
that
should
should
probably
be
resolve
happening
this
would
first.
be
Probably.
between the residents and my friends. So I'm going
One would
to
hope.
apparently have to dash, right, to get all the way up and out
Yeah.
the door. That's what I'll do then.
You're lucky
So-
that I'm not still there
We're on
to
the
take
same
my held
initiative,
action
so
to attack
I
you.
want to like run with him.
Yes.
It takes all my movement to get
Yep.
there. I know that,
Yep.
but I'm
You are
gonna be right
still
behind him.
in the corridor of stone stairs. You have no targets because there is Maloran at the top of the stairs
Oh, I can't get
blocking.
out?
No,
Oh, all right.
unfortunately.
You got 2 of the doorway where the landing starts.
And because I had to dash, I have no action, right? Right. What about
Can I
bonus
see
action?
past him?
Do have a bonus action.
It
No.
You
faces
do
the,
not have any target beyond him because you are currently on the stairs behind him. He has got his skull strapped to his back. You cannot see anything beyond
He's right
Maloran
here,
and his
you're
back.
basically right there, able to see
Yeah.
that.
I have
I just
no
wanted to
bonus
know if I
action,
could see the
guess.
landing. That's all.
Nothing worth trying to do.
Well,
You're on the landing, but you can't see past him because he's still in the
well,
middle of the
he is almost on the landing.
Oh.
He is like
He's
one
the
step
last
away.
couple steps. She's several steps behind. Septic.
So
Okay.
I
starts the
just
curve
wanted
over.
to know if I could
Septic,
mystic step
septic,
past him, but I
septic.
can't if I can't see the landing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Next turn.
Corsic
Yeah,
in the
so-
room,
so basi-
acting last for some reason.
well, I would say this kind of happens at the same time, but I'm basically gonna rage.
Gonna chop you in the chest if that.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage and gonna run at him and just, like, Rah!
18.
Now you, what else does I say? There was something that I had. He said he was bored. And
It would have been fine.
yeah, basically, I was gonna some sort of one-liner when I attack him.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. No, I just want.
Which you were bored.
Not so much sorry.
Really not sorry.
Whatever, dude. I'm not even trying to think about it now. It's 22 to hit with the great sword.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Chop, 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 chop.
I'm trying to role play and it's not working today.
Alright, man.
It's gonna be a 12. Sorry, 12 slashing,
Non-magical.
non-magical.
Cool.
Extra attack feature, 26 to hit.
A little bit.
Stab.
It's gonna be 11 more non-magical slashing.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope. Well, I guess I'll when I go in to slash him, I'll say, "Hey, you know, it's actually a good thing I don't have a wooden stake, because this will take longer."
Good one. Destiny.
I would like to shank him in the face.
I bet you would.
Use different dice. 15.
15. You miss his face, but you get a bit of his cheek or something. Or
But-
not
but
his-
I do
not
hit.
his- not his face, but yeah, you hit like his shoulder or neck or something.
With my silver short sword.
Silver short sword.
10, 23.
Okay. Anything else?
Offhand, I would like to shank him with my other sword, non-silver.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you guys aren't able to hear my voice because I'm not exactly being quiet.
26 to hit.
A little bit.
1.
1.
1.
Okay.
Arrow.
I
hits
have
the rib.
no other
Oh, it's
additives
me.
to that one.
No other options at that point. 19?
Yeah. A little bit.
For 5 magical slashing.
Magical?
Magical smashing.
Magical smagical.
Offhand does a 14 hit.
Somebody
No.
should make
Okay.
a Nigel Thornberry like
magical
investigative
again.
type character.
26.
Yeah. Why are you getting a third hit?
Bonus action. For
Have
the
extra
offense.
attack, but the two
okay.
they're light.
Okay, gotcha.
Ooh. That is 9, 10, 11.
11 non-magical?
No, that's magical slashing.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, Corsic, he's going to reach out, and with a 21, he grabs a hold of you. And then he's going to sink his teeth into your neck with a 16.
No.
What's your armor class?
17.
You are grappled, though.
Speed is 0. Hidden in a corner.
Everybody else.
Because he like
Everybody
rears his head back.
Alright, so I'm in front, so I have to go first.
Yeah.
I will move into the room, see what's happening.
You don't have to. Someone's in the room. Anyway, go on.
Turn and look and...
Turn and look, see them fighting a vampire.
Yeah.
Ish.
Attempting to.
And
Some kind of human.
We're all just like standing in
we're
a
to
corner.
fight,
Like,
and I know where we're at, so I came up prepared with the holy symbol of Ravenkind, and I'm going to attempt to hold vampire.
You're just like,
the
hold
mistake,
him!
so
He's flat on the ground.
13.
Nope, DC 15. So paralyzed for a minute.
Does that mean I'm
Repeat
paralyzed?
save end of each
And
turn.
it's got you.
So.
So you're kind of stuck there.
Yeah. His mouth is just like.
Yeah. Give everybody else a chance to go. Florin, come up the stairs now. You can actually see the hallway and see the vampire.
There's no like open space around him though. He's kind of just in the middle of three of us.
I'm gonna try to chaos bolt him.
Okay. He's gonna have half cover. Just too many targets between you and him.
Yeah.
It's 16.
Yes.
Where did you?
Then your first level spell slot.
Probably right next to Corsic there.
How many second level spells have you cast?
2.
And then she's probably
And 2 third level.
right here.
Yeah, I don't
Right
want to
next
be
to
like
me.
in it. I have to be ranged.
So I am still grappled.
Yep.
I can still attack and stuff. I just can't move.
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
You have advantage on the attack rolls.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna really bother trying to get away from him because it's kind of defeats the purpose. I am kind of just momentarily wondering why he's not trying to bite me anymore, but
He's like,
he's just like, ah!
Yeah, well, he had like a hand on his head to prevent it, and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack.
with
Her
advantage.
attack have
Yep.
advantage as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 19,
No,
which
that-
is 27.
That hits. Doesn't matter. You guys are gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be 15 non-magical slashing.
Yeah.
Extra attack. 2 16s. That's gonna be 24, and then so 14 non-magical slashing,
Cool.
and then I can't try to break out of the grapple as a bonus action. That is an action,
I'll
right?
give you an action.
Okay, I can't just like kick him in the crotch.
Brings it.
Going to shake him in the face.
Yep.
Advantage.
Where he's gonna die.
17 plus 8.
Nope, that's a miss.
Well, if it misses, then I still do damage. Awesome. 25.
Yeah.
25 poking.
25 poking. Dead.
You stab him,
really?
You stab him through the heart. It's like, "Gah!" Or you
When I
get back.
stabbed him in the face, keep your
Oh.
teeth to yourself.
It's only -4.
All right.
Does he like burst into flame and dissolve into ash?
Sure. He
Like-
dissolves into ash.
When did this turn into Blade? I'm so confused.
His
Arrow.
ring and his shiny necklace fall to the ground.
You can hear this.
From where?
Do a perception.
I'm gonna pick up the ring and the shiny necklace.
I'm gonna be like, look what we found.
That is a 14.
14. You're not entirely sure where it's coming from, but it is consistent and seems to be a repeating pattern.
Is it getting louder?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't sound like it's getting louder.
That's okay. I don't. At this exact moment, I don't care about it as long as it's not getting louder. Yeah, I'm gonna step back into his room,
Okay.
look around, make sure there's nothing
You
else
don't
going
see
on.
anything else
Is
in
the
there.
like he said, I had a window. Is that open or closed?
It's still closed.
Okay. And we're out of combat right now, or
Yeah.
okay?
You guys are out of combat. The ring and necklace that he was wearing did fall to the ground.
Yeah, she
I
said
picked
she
those up.
picked him up.
You have a platinum ring engraved with tiny roses and thorns, worth 150 gold pieces.
Alright, I'm gonna have you repeat that in just a moment.
So you
Let me
guys
get my
found
paper out.
a friend.
Roses and thorns. Made of platinum, 150 gold pieces.
A ring worth 150 gold pieces. If you want all the flavor text, then we'll read it again.
Yeah, seriously. Ring, 150 gold pieces.
I will add the flavor text later.
Okay, around his neck, gold and ruby pendant, worth 750 gold pieces.
God dang. To who though? That's the question.
I want to go.
Yeah, who do we sell that?
I want to go in the room and see what was in there.
Large lounge with comfortable chairs and couches and a bookshelf.
Is anyone hurt?
I'm gonna check with Keela.
Oh.
He said he kept mentioning a drink, so I'm gonna go over to the table and look at what he was talking about.
There are wine glasses there with some sort of red liquid in it.
Can I smell it?
It smells like wine.
Does it?
Yes.
take a pinky.
Okay. It's not bad wine. It's wine.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask.
Your unrefined Duragar palate, it's a little
badly
off,
rated.
but
I'm gonna walk over to
Bloody.
Keela and I'm gonna ask
Well, at
if
least
she
do this.
was injured. Did the vampire get her at all?
Destiny keeps me safe.
That she does.
Oh, I'm gonna go pick up my other hand axe.
Damn. There is the one bookshelf in there.
I would like to look at the bookshelf. Is there anything interesting?
Let's see. The books in the bookshelf have no value and aren't much help to the characters. But you do find some titles found among the bookshelf include Embalming, The Lost Art, Life Among the Undead, Learning to Cope, Castle Building 101, and Goats of the Baltonic Mountains.
Neat.
Is that seriously in the book?
It is seriously.
That is fantastic.
And a handbook for the recently deceased.
Can I go listen at the door that was to his private chambers?
Goats of the Baltic Mountains?
Yes.
Got it.
Baltonic.
Baltonic.
Baltonic. B-A-L-I-N-O-K.
Do a perception.
18.
Does not sound like there's anything in the room.
Can I throw traps?
Sure. Perception.
21.
Again, not trap.
Okay.
Where did our
I'm gonna make my way over to the
little
door. I'm not gonna open
misshapen
it, but
friend
I
go?
want
You
to
mean the
stand
one
by
that I'm
you.
in? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Where did our little misshapen friend go?
Hopefully to hell, where he belongs.
Nice.
I know where he still is, though. He's in the elevator. Just
If your friends weren't in such a hurry as they were running up the stairs, they could have looked to their left and seen his corpse there. But...
There was stuff going on. We're gonna fight.
glad to see you're okay, though.
I'm opening this door now.
A large bed sits in the center of this room. Its four corner posts supporting a black canopy trimmed with gold tassels. Several comfortable divans are placed about the room. There is a banded door in the west wall and a smaller unbanded door in the east wall.
The banded door is the door you came through.
Okay. I'm going to look at the floor and make sure that there's nothing weird about it.
Are there any rugs on the ground?
Perception.
I didn't get a chance to see if there was anything wrong with any rugs. I just saw a shredded rug when I came up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a 28.
Does not look to be.
I can see the future.
He's scoping out the rug. I don't give a shit.
Whoa! Hair goes, white falls over.
I'm gonna go in and check out the bed.
Just look at his body. God, again?
What bed?
You said there was a bed in the middle of the room.
Large
big
bed
four-
sits in the center of the
Corner
floor.
post there.
Like, wait, what?
It's his private quarters. That's where the bed is.
I heard that right?
Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
Well, I know that.
You belong here. That's why.
I know.
No, but I'm just saying you're
I'll ask Kayla if she's okay.
Yeah, she,
Yeah, I
they
could
said
use
that
a
she
little
was
bit.
fine.
I know, but I'm
Oh man.
sort of role playing.
I missed a good opportunity for another one-liner on this vampire. Like as you kill him, should have said, you know,
Pathetic. No wonder Strahd was bored of you.
I see the hurt in his eyes as he dies.
Apparently, he turned to
It's
ash.
just really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know where it
I
was.
don't know, there's probably something that you're supposed to come up with.
Do we need to break so that you guys can figure out what's next?
Well,
Yes, take a break.
But
Well,
so I
it's-
think that maybe we just want to call it.
Oh. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm fine with keeping going. I don't care. I'm having a lot of fun.
Me too.
If anybody needs to leave, though, let us know. But let's take a quick 5-minute break while we take a look at this map.
Sounds good.
dude.
There's a
I can
trapdoor
probably
to nowhere.
put us back into game time, since we're probably going to wind up stopping here as you guys are investigating Escher's room and private bedchambers and whatnot. Do not adjust your characters to receive any sort of a rest. Justin is working on experience points, and when we get back together,
Murderific.
you guys are going to have to try to find your way out of Castle Ravenloft without dying, or explore more if you want to, dragging a giant skull around.
Well, we could.
Well, what he was saying
The way we came
is
in. Right
put
back
it in,
downstairs.
put it in the garage.
with the carriage.
I didn't like it.
But I didn't want to say it because I didn't even know that you guys found it. So
Well,
it's
you
like-
guys do now. It's on my back.
Yeah.
I did say, look
Can
what
we
we
take
found.
the carriage?
There's no forces to pull it.
I mean,
We
there's
have
us.
someone who reshapes.
That is true. That is very true.
Yes. You are now a
God.
beast of labor.
And that's how we stole Strahd's carriage.
You can certainly steal Strahd's carriage.
Yeah.
He would like that very, very much, because
Oh, I
then
know,
he would
I know.
know where you were at all times.
But we
Divination on
don't
his
plan
own
on
stuff.
keeping it just long
No,
enough
no,
to get the skull where we
yeah.
need to go.
And then
So
destroy
I don't
it.
have to carry it the
But-
whole way.
I mean, you could still divine the pieces.
Yes, but it would be destroyed. It would be.
And we wouldn't be there
That's
anymore.
a random act of vandalism. I don't approve.
Hey everybody, write numbers down.
Hello.
Numbers!
Do not level, you do not rest. Bill, Julie, Sam, 1,415.
Wow. Good experience points today.
Rachel, 1,555. Jarrett, 1,695.
Thank you for your generosity. I don't really feel like I.
Good
Never
enough
be
to
like
deserve that.
A level.
It's gonna be a while before you guys get to another level, I imagine.
It's 34,000,
Well,
right?
Another day like that, I'll level.
Really?
Yeah.
You're 1,500 away?
About, yeah, I'm at 3951, and then this 1415.
39.51.
30.
Oh.
951.
Oh. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I still have 10,000.
31,000 and change.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Same
at
here.
now.
Yeah, I'm at
Well,
31.
32 and change.
31,137.
I'm at 31,917.
Just start busting into situations. Hey guys, how's it going?
Roleplay point, roleplay point, roleplay point!
Hey, that's what they're there for. That's why we
I don't want to ham fist myself into situations where I do not belong is the thing.
Yeah.
2,900.
you don't necessarily have to put your dice away. We're just going to put the Curse of Strahd characters aside, and if you guys wanted to do any other D&D stuff, we can do that, or we can, like I say, play other games.
Look at all these numbers. You guys had so many little mini encounters.
Yeah.
I had to start doing a chart. These are the ones they avoided. These are the ones they actually fought.
Wouldn't avoiding an encounter still be considered like passing?
You
an encounter?
got
Partial experience for
you
some
got
of it?
partial
Oh, okay.
experience for the ones you avoided.
From a level 16.
So we got partial experience for avoiding the scarecrows, and then partial experience for not killing Bulk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Nice. So
Did
we
we
got
get
one encounter out of the
experience?
time that it would have taken us to do, like,
The partial after splitting 5 ways ended up being 95.
that's fine. The scarecrows on their own aren't worth all that much anyway.
Did we get experience for the white by ourselves?
No, we don't do that.
No, we
I'm
mixed
just
all of
kidding.
the stuff that they fought independently and the stuff you fought independently.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the broadcast now,
Okay.
so we'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.